production from Sanford's side rather than going for traditional movement speed or extra damage. But look at Innocent. He's going for temporal rain. That's kind of crazy considering that Innocent, he wants to be able to chain his abilities together, but if he misses one, it's over.
Yeah, and I feel like the Sora on its own already has a relatively low cooldown for the ultimate, so this makes it so much more worthwhile whenever he is on the ultimate. Sanford though, oh, Dark Wave connects, but he still has the flicker and will be able to stay alive.
Yeah, we saw Sanford was sticking close to the Lancelot. He was trying to read where the Thorn Rose would be landing. Another Thorn Rose, Sakai's keeping Sanford at bay really well. JP now forced to help and hold.
Pretty good so far, but I'm expecting to see Innocent to get involved. Oh my god!
The double dash will not be enough. That's gonna be first blood for SRG. Now they're gonna go to fight the Conti, and he still somehow finds Crab. Sakai's, will they actually take him on here? He has Yumes and Stormy by his side, and they will not anymore. Maltese gets a kill, but will they still actually contest?
Bit of a whiff there coming in from Yumes, taking the TP from Stormy. But if he just landed, oh no.
Okay.
Miss Crack.
Oh! There's the Miss Crack. JP trying to hold everything down! But Sakai's takes him alongside the objective. SRG, they seem to be in a really good tempo so far.
I don't know. I think it's like desperation requires a trade. If not, they're going to start falling behind and instantly canceling out the fit. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa!
Forcing out the wings by wings. That was a close call for Sanji.
Yeah, the damage is nuts. Definitely, that Aura's impact is going to be felt more compared to that Claude that will need some time. Innocent just needs some space, and him being able to clear the minion waves faster when the rivers are up means that Sora is going to be an early game problem for Liquid. Now as it goes on, you realize just how difficult it is for Sanji to deal with the Fulvius, and hence why the move by SRG to suddenly put that Sora into the gold lane by last picking Fulvius to face up with that Valentina means that the Apex Predator, one of the key figures for the lineup of Liquid, is shut down.
Sanford is going to start falling really far behind here because Cramsey's got an amazing freeze. They're calling Daddy JP to try and break him out of that freeze, but Yumes is not letting him make it easy, right? Despite dying twice, you would imagine that JP would have more control over this match, but Yumes going toe to toe.
Of Team Liquid. You would expect that they could work hand in hand together, the Hilda and the Farsa, but it seems like nothing is going in their favor. JP gets caught there, but Sandy's able to reposition, forcing out the flicker from Stormy, and that's one battle spell down. Oh, wait, here up top, two Fulviuses fighting against each other. Another Dark Wave connects, but Sanford somehow gets himself back under the turret. Carl TZ joining in the fight, killing down by SRG.
Great reaction time from Yumes. He was a second late. Carl TZ gets to live there, and so far, Sanford, he has just been eating so much damage, but because of the sacrifice of his team, manages to even out the gold against Cram, even though those resources are technically trickling down into Sakai's.
Fist Crack on point. Now SRG gets priority with the turtle. Yumes and Stormy now holding the brush. Here comes Yumes.
Oh, they're going for JP. There's the Thorn Rose. Carl TZ looking for a target, but the flicker cancels it out. Sakai's too uses the puncture, and now there's no way Liquid might actually still try to go for this. Carl TZ has already let go of his objective.
SRG ko jungler ko naam hai Sikis. But he wants to make sure that he gets it no matter what and still has tools to get back out. This neutral
yes, sorry.
How Sanford realizes spots out.
M7 को गेममा चाहिँ इनर्ने होला है दामी भएको.
Nice good spot there. What he's expected to as the Hilda, but Innocent has a decent amount of damage already being put out. Carl TZ going in, but the shadow does not connect. Oh my goodness.
What? So JP was waiting to use a stun, was able to use it, but didn't land it. Sanford now here, purple buff, still will go to Sakai's.
Uses the Phantom Execution. What?
Instant purified. Dude, if you blink, you might just miss. These battle spells are coming out like it's common grass. When you walk outside, it's so easy to see green. But now that Slender Red Giants have slowly inched that gold lead back, we need to see some major advantages.
It has been so terrifying on this, but he doesn't even need to commit the full combo of the Fist Break, Fist Crack. Just using the Fist Crack on its own already puts so much pressure on Team Liquid and forces them to break formation. This seems to be a very different version and tempo of the Liquid we know.
Absolutely. I mean, it It's clear that Slime and Red Giants have put the time and effort to come up with a game plan. The question is, how many attempts does Liquid have before it's too late?
And this is a really solid game plan too. As long as the lead doesn't balloon up to like a 4 to 6,000 gold lead, Liquid can keep things manageable. But if it falls that far, that means their gold laner is falling behind, and they need Oheb close to the farm as much as possible. That is their main condition now at this point. Sanji has been deckless as well. JP Cartesian have fallen because of things that have happened by the Roman mid laner. Now JP might fall again.
Oh, has a flicker go, but Innocent is here. Doesn't get to finish off the kill just yet, but these are 5 members of SRG using the diversion. Where are they going? They're looking for Carl, but the fight is gonna break out in the mid lane as well. Yums catching JP.
What did he down by? That's a
Ram as well on the Phobius. Dark Wave onto 3 members. Sanford forced to flicker out. Oh, using the blazing to it. Can he go for the outplay? The Yogi Shadow kill committed by Carl as well, but he gets to save himself in the 3rd round. JP, that's going down.
Dear God, it's down to the wire. Cram nearly dying underneath turret, and even Oheb really playing with death.
Oh, yeah,
First time we see both teams showing massive respects.
Sanford goes for the setup, gets cancelled by Cram and Yums though, and so he has no other choice but to escape. Cram's still trying to go for him though. There's the dashes used by Valentina Terrify as well, and it's an objective once more over to SRG.
All the micro crowd control that SRG has is disrupting Team Liquid's flow. Another fight.
Oh, Innocent gets taken down by Carl, though he wants to look for more. Stormy and Yums, JP's here as well, but they spot Sakai's and no longer pursue. And all the while this is happening, Oheb seems to be looking for something else.
Oh, Yums already shows himself. Sanji and Oheb steals away, and they're in a weird spot.
What?
JP's here. Oheb!
Sanji might have just caught the attention of SRG. Oheb lives and gets a kill. Sanji is the sacrifice just so that Oheb can live and get a kill.
And in a snap, the Stampede has trampled not bodies, but towers across the map.
Really good punish coming in from Team Liquid to try and even up this score. Sanford, he's going to try and get out, but Sakai's ain't going to make it easy as they walk away. But let me tell you how Team Liquid figured this out. Knowing the possible locations that this lawyer could send them, seeing Stormy do it out in the open, they figured out straight away that he wasn't going to the top side, but the bottom side. And immediately we see the instant punish of 2 structures just because of a blind call.
What a sequence by these two. SRG showing how much better they got it. Little decisions, the details. They've always been good at that, but I thought that was peak. I thought they couldn't get any better, but they got even better. Better than great, if you could say. Well, Team Liquid, what a call to decide to play the map instead, while also still getting bodies along the way.
Yeah, so less than 500 or around 500 gold lead that's just existing right now. Sanji gets to escape Sakai's, uses the retribution, but the Yogi Shadow kill is all to himself. Better dare strike, Innocent finds Sanji, and now Carl is all alone on the other side of the map. Still has a quad shadow. Oh heaven, JP trying to work out the members chasing after him, and Innocent is the trade!
Sanford and JP are here to help out Carl, but SRG have read the situations that they can't go for Carl, and just like that, Liquid have priority for Lord number 1!
Level 13 to level 13, Sanford. He's gonna go for the zone.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Oh! There goes the Stormbind! The guy tries to contest, but it won't be enough! Now it's Yums and Crab running for their lives. JP, Sanford, and Owen trying to make them down the basic defense. They're going, but then Crab is just too tanky! He might just find an outplay here. Team Liquid might have to run away. But do they? Sanji, he has arrived. Does he have the better airstrike? He does! And they're gonna full commit under the turret! Team Liquid want more! It's a double for Owen! And now they're gonna get one more kill!
Endless fighting, endless war! Innocent takes
Innocent!
He did it! In Malaysia! He does it here again!
What? Lamu, Savage 안 돼도.
For half man!
파골 안 돼, 왜?
Tell me this game ain't the goddamn best show to watch here today! What a time to be alive! Oh my lord! Team Liquid, despite everything, despite the savage, the gold lead has swung back and forth 3 times. The metronome doesn't stop here.
Delivering as expected. There's a reason why we hyped up this match.
त्यही भने
And you
क्लियर
see it
केस लाइक
unfolding
सेभेज
before your eyes. Still anybody's game. It looked like it was Liquid's until SRG showed their innocence.
Unbelievable. Innocent. That was such the perfect opportunity to use his assassin mode. Every single member of Liquid has already been damaged and have been significantly low in terms of HP. That's an easy cleanup that they have to be really careful of.
I think worse yet. Now I think they really have to start thinking about MR items, right? Sanji has salvaged so many situations with this raw damage, allowing Carl TZ, whether it's him or Sanji, they do good work. Now Oheb has to be extremely careful. Despite having the Trinity build, it doesn't mean that he's safe straight away. If he wants to fall into another type of scenario where he's just eating damage from Innocent, a Winds of Nature is necessary to survive.
So amidst everything, that was one of those results that was definitely avoidable, and Liquid are now going to be looking to avoid giving Innocent that chance again. 6-2-1 is standing as a Sora.
I wonder how much gold ahead that is. Because OM has been really great in looking for other avenues to at least catch up or farm up himself.
Yeah.
But with that Savage, I'm pretty sure it just jumped up there in terms of the gold leads.
Look, if Yums can die twice and still commit to the same habits, if Innocent can find that Savage, I'm pretty sure Team Liquid is going to try again. I feel like they may have tunnel vision towards the latter half of the fight. But to be fair, that fight was like 3 minutes long.
Lord now up. JB's here, the position for Liquid. OM's going to be pushing the minion waves down bot, putting the pressure there. SRG continues to clear. They hold the middle push. Sanford and Sanji far off just a little bit. Oheb the one starting off the Lord.
Oh, okay, the damage lands, but at least
the Lord
his HP, they don't know where Stormy
हेर
is.
न पाँचजना त्यहाँ घाँसमा बसेर क्या कुरिरा
At the same time, SRG doesn't know where Carl is, or at least may have a bit of an idea.
There's just no vision right now. And they know that bottom side is going to be a net negative. They have to fight. They have to force.
Oh, there goes the third airstrike. JP2 looking for the target. Trying to look for whoever he gets hit.
Hi, Kalzi. Lovely.
Carl still secures the objective. And look at that storm fight committed by Sanford.
यो ग्याङ फाइट पर्यो त यता नि परेछ उता नि परेछ यार कहाँ मात्र हेर्ने भने
Guys versus Sanford. Will he get to run away? He will. Sanji and JP, they will be there to help him, and they're trying to go for the kill. Sekai's will he? He actually does.
But JP stands tall. Innocent getting chased.
Wiped out. Exana wiped out.
Bang! A shutdown.
Wiped out.
To Innocent.
Lovely है कस्तो फाइट परे हेर न त्यो लर्डमा यार
Look at this arena right
यता
now.
परेछ
Full
उता परेछ
wipeout.
न ग्याङ फाइट
Close down to the wire. The lead has never broken 3K yet. Both sides refuse to back down here in a best of three. Finals. It's just the best of three.
Yeah, those are crazy mechanics we've seen back and forth
When
from
you use the match,
from
man,
Sekai's, the predictions on where the punctures are gonna end up, and Sekai's just dodging everything. Now it's Liquid trying to go for the siege with 3 synced up minion waves.
I feel something in the air. I feel like SRG definitely still has
Sanfordले
multiple
Valentine
moments
खेल्दिरा
of brilliance
हेर न
under their belt. Yeah, I thought we would see it. It looked very close that Innocent would be able to pull something off alongside Sekai's.
टावर बचायो यार
That's
यिनीहरूले
the
बेस्ट
margin
टावर
we're working on. The Liquid has to be careful lest they be
Tinsay
trapped
बचायो यार बेस्ट
under
टावर
the foot of the
दामी
Giants yet again.
Such a crazy series. Such a crazy series. And now even Cram is
Valentina
thinking like this
build
might be taking too long. I'm building into a war axe, man.
I think that's looking like a rose goal too for Innocent to finish off this item build. Sustain might be a bit of a problem if the burst won't be enough from Liquid. And it's not like Innocent shows himself immediately. He's the last guy to go in the fight. And he's the guy you do not want to see with full HP bars as the fight has taken so long.
Whoa.
Okay. Sanford?
I can't believe Sanford really showed himself just to get the ultimate away. But now he had to use it just to get out.
Yeah, that's the big problem with Landslide. You think you can quote-unquote run, but the main goal is done. You've gotten the ult away. You've got 30 seconds until the next Lord actually spawns. In terms
Diversion.
I saw it. Thank goodness. It's only Innocent took it.
It's
No!
all alone. Now they're gonna chase after
So
him. Already uses the heavens fast, but look at SRG running after every single member they can see. Oh, have like no
JP
for
please again.
Kai will fall. Oh, the shadow kill committed
Where's the
onto
Kalki
you,
Q?
and now that's the jungler of SRG gone.
It's gonna be a no contest
Take
here.
this land.
For this
Wait, Lord
upcoming
time ma khaidiएछ
unfortunate
मलाई.
for SRG, they
Lord
thought they
time
had
बेला
the
उनीहरुको
angle.
जंगलर छैन.
Full head spots it just in the nick of time, and an instant response from Liquid.
Liquid now
Hydrogen
have
limit
a
also.
for the slow. It started
Okay.
off by Baby Cake. Innocent. Use the ult, and now SRG will not be able to
खाने हो ल.
contest.
Lord
It's
एउटा.
fine. His ult is super short at level 15. He's already got the Oracle, the Brute Force Breastplate on top of having the War Axe. His cooldown is roughly about 13 seconds every single time he uses his ult. It should be coming back up in just a little bit, but now we need to see how this push occurs, right? Sanji, really good with the Feathered Airstrike to siege their opponents out. The question is, who can stop him without using a flicker?
Stormbind earlier was really close from Innocent. But looking at the wave clear that you would expect from them, even when just Innocent uses his assassin mode, that's going to be a lot already to deal with this potential siege that's going to come in from Team Liquid. And even more so, the amount of dives and even the unexpected potential diversion to just bring whoever they want to onto the back lines is still going to remain a threat for Team Liquid here, and I'm mainly talking about Yums. He cannot be sent to the back lines, and he cannot find multiple members if Team Liquid wants to end it.
Just has the kill from the front. Oh, okay. Okay, Shadow Kill already out. Ooh, that's a pretty big ultimate here now that the Lord hasn't even gotten to the inhibitors yet.
They're just going to want to use it for the push. Liquid will have to wait for the next minion waves.
Sanford versus Innocent here, down bottom. Oh, there's the Feathered Airstrike. Deals so much damage already to the other members of SRG as they take down their first base turret. Oheb dealing so much damage as well. He will fall to the hands of Liquid. The Lord's already inside the base. Members Darkwave already committed, but Sanji, look at the damage of Carl TZ as well. Yums captures two with the counter plays from Liquid. It's over for game number 1.
8.6k lead right at the very end. One hell of a bout, and only smiles. This is the most amount of fun these 10 boys have on a world stage.
Innocent got a savage in this game. Yet Team Liquid walked away. It was that 8,000 plus gold lead, folks. That's 2 M series in a row now where someone got a savage and it's the opposing team that won.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. 62k to 53k, it just happens. Sanford, he's sitting there, it's like, man, this was really unfun to play.
It was not. You could not imagine the Apex Predator being held back by a Valentina pick, but we saw it happen here.
Liquid had to crawl and claw for this one as SRG took them to their limits. The highlights play out, but it was a fun one, definitely. Innocent got a savage. Liquid, though, was in control for majority of the game.
It really just came down to, it's not like they were making bad decisions. The question was, how much movement speed did you have? Do you have enough movement speed? Were you able to execute perfectly every single time? Because micro mistakes ended up I wouldn't say 10x, that'd be a little too over the top. A 4x punishment.
I really couldn't get over the fact that it seemed like such a great start, despite that first blood that Yums had. We were still able to play equally as aggressive. And
बड़ा खेलिङ है एसआरबीले अझ टोटल त एउटै छुन नदिएको के त
Get jittery.
Get jittery,
Get
run away.
sweaty.
I will admit, it's very difficult to come up with an MVP here for Team Liquid.
Yeah. Wait, I
कसले
can't.
लियो त
I
MVP
can't. There's really not.
JP
It's a tough choice.
I,
Usually we're the ones voting for the MVP, but it's really tough. I don't know where to begin. It took a total team effort by TL. What was JP? JP did a really good job. 6-4 and 12. I think the double kill in the mid that shut down the Innocent after they were chasing really kept their lead up. Plus, he could do what he usually does as a Hilda.
but also, Oheb was the guy who spotted Sekai's.
That's true.
And was the guy who dealt so much damage when they were going for the push. But also Sanji allowed for that to happen. to Oheb.
Exactly, right?
Because
I'm sorry. If we can be heard right now behind the scenes, we greatly and humbly apologize that we cannot find them. We cannot vote for anyone for MVP specifically. Like the moment you try to name one, you can't help but name the rest of Team Liquid.
Yep.
it's all interconnected.
I will fight somebody in production. They say that they need one. I'm like, how can you say just one?
Shall we do what the game does and just go for the guy with the highest KDA?
I feel honestly, I feel like best score. Let's take that.
Yeah,
Peace
JP,
music
6-4.
उनीहरूले हानेको चाहिँ कस्तो
Our vote
चित्तै
is
नबुझ्यो क्या यार
just to simplify things, even though
त्यस्तो
it's
बितन
really
त
hard
खाने होइन होला
to
नि
get
यार
to that final
उनीहरूले
decision.
नामै मैले काठी हुनुपर्ने
So many
भनेको
moments that like if you
कहाँ खैरीहरू आएर
stereotype
पिट्दिएर
archetypes of players for every single role, there is a certain protocol that you usually follow within those roles. This game broke all of those rules. It's the very first time you get to see teams kind of not only express themselves in a way that is not only beautiful, but genuinely exciting because the numbers just don't matter.
Yeah, I love how this summarized the entire idea of JP and Humes and their contrast as
Yeah.
roamers. I feel like this is such a great example and testament as to how different these two guys are, and they both
गेममै
work
सिद्धोस्
in
यार
their own way.
3
It's just
गेमसम्म
that-
नपुगोस् यार
JP is such a
0-2
solid
मै
pillar
सिद्धोस्
to the entire foundation of how Liquid plays, but like no amount of flashy fist cracks
Yeah.
was able to deal with it.
Yeah.
कोही मलाई यार
JP at the
PLPS को
end,
रिकल
his job
दियो न
was-
यार
You guys good? Alright, I'm just gonna chase whoever I need to
Okay,
chase, man.
Sata.
Like, because SRG would look at the Hilda and say, that's not really the problem. We have to look at the others first. But then they realize the Hilda is the problem. Because the compounding damage that she would dish out, the more you avoid the Hilda, leads to you suddenly getting stunned out. JP's just standing there in the back, chasing the back and just slashing everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't forget that one play he
Khada
did where
khan पर्ला
he
नि यार
chased down
Sahil,
two
होइन?
he chased down Sekai's and
को,
another
को,
one
JP,
under the
JP.
turret, and he just had to
ओए,
go
ओहे,
right
आम्मामा.
over there. But okay,
कडा
of
कडा
course.
Oheb, wow, to everybody's not surprised because again, great team, great game so far, and I think that Oheb definitely had as you can see, based off of his items, right? He is stuck with 5 items. He is stuck with 5 items. He is switching them as soon as he gets them to get maximum value. But I think it's time to really break down this game through the highlights, because the most important thing when we talk about this game is the trigger finger, like we told before. But the
First
early game
kill
didn't go
उठाइदियो
so
हामी
well for
Humes-लाई,
Humes. The question is, what was the game plan? Let's pause it right here, because as we see that the game plan for SRG is very simple. Take out Samford. If Samford is missing from these fights, it becomes so much easier to actually play the game. From the opposite side, Team Liquid is looking at one person first in the earlier stages of the game, and that is to punish Humes. If Humes is slow on his level 4, the whole team can actually play for their purple buff, which is pretty important for a Hayabusa if he wants to get into a position where he can start 1v5ing. As we continue to play these clips, right? Just watch
बरु
the
कास्टरहरूलाई नि
position of
लास्ट थाहा हुने
specifically
यार यो
the
है
man-to-man
माइक्रो
defense
म्याक्रो
from
सब थाहा छ
SRG. We see
मलाई
Feathered Airstrike in the other game.
यस्तो
Stormy
भनेर
is coming to look to close it out each and every time. But I don't know about you guys. Did you get the feeling that when you're looking at the draft, Innocent versus Oheb, oh yeah, the laning phase must suck for him. As soon as he hit
Yeah,
level
wait.
4, oh my goodness, the
Savage.
team fights were different.
Yeah. We saw that happen.
Koda.
I wish we had a bit more time to look at the Savage, but yeah, I can't blame it. It happened too fast.
It happens so very quick here. And I mean, every single Lord fight, you're looking to kill the members, right? Because as soon as it becomes a no contest, it's not even going to work. And Innocent, he's able to get a lot of value from how short his cooldowns are, but his only limiting factor is how long that ult lasts for. Because look at this, every single time, big damage, big damage, big damage. And I think you want to keep your eyes on Carl TZ for when he goes for the Oki shadow kill. His targets always line up with JP.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would have assumed it was so difficult to find like targets all alone or separated from the others, or at least be able to cast his Ogi Shadow Kill in a manner which won't entirely be spread out in terms of damage. But it seems
even the even the Indonesian broadcast had a chuckle out of that. Oh, that's another 10,000 followers.
Oh no, is your steak too juicy? Drinks too sweet? Oh, it's okay. You can take a little bit of a breather now because we're here at the post game, and when we start looking at the items, a couple of interesting aspects that we see. Usually when we see Sakai's go for a War Axe, it feels like, hey, I am falling behind, and therefore I don't even want to complete the Fury Hammer or even the Hunter Strike, so I'll take my time. But once the timings are hit, specifically when we see not only Innocent leaving that lane, God. So I didn't realize Sora plus Fulvius is actually kind of sick. Yeah.
But this adds to the list of unsuccessful Sora games, even in the hands of Innocent.
Sorry, folks. I still can't move on. That was peak. That was so good. These two teams are so good. I love my job. I love you guys.
Yeah,
I love you all.
God, so good. Let's throw it over
watch
to the
this.
interview.
Let's watch this.
Hey guys, this is Rose, and right now I am with the mother of Team Liquid Philippines, Mitch. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you.
Now let's talk a little bit about the boys and the team. First up, how was the boys coming to the match today? Because they looked amazing on stage.
Well, yes, they are actually very excited because on our first day, during
These subscribers
they won the first day, right? During the
यार
draw, they really wanted to
500
face
subscribers
us
पुगौँ न यार
like right away, but yeah, we have to wait like one another match just to face them. But yeah, they're very excited to face them again.
What's with SRG that TL really wants to meet so much?
Maybe one of the main reasons is because of Arcadia.
Should be,
Yeah,
yeah.
but they really wanted to face him.
TLPS
at the
का
stage.
हमारे
But yeah, also their players are really good.
Speaking of good, and their players, how did you feel about the Savage just now?
Well, I just blinked and we got savage, but yeah, good thing we were able to get back on track. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. But I feel like it was a pretty close game, no?
It is.
I think it was a pretty good game to watch as well, especially since this is a qualification match. Now, let's talk more about Team Liquid as a team. A lot of the Filipinos in the community that I've been reading up
yes,
on
yes.
is really hopeful that Team Liquid will be
5 million
the first
टुरमा
team
हैन
in MLB history to potentially complete the golden road.
को त्यति बेला
You
के
as
एम
a team
हुन्छ त्यो हेर्न
manager,
जाने
do
हो
you feel like this actually affects the boys in any way possible? Any pressure on
एम
them
कति
or
पुग्छ त्यति
nothing?
बेला हैन
We
त्यति
don't
बेला हेर्न
really
जाने
like,
त्यही
you know,
गएर कि
tell
खेल्नै
them to get
गइन्छ
the
कि
golden goal.
के
We
थाहा
just wanted
हैन
for them to focus on every matches and prepare everything. Of course, the goal is there, but the players really wanted to, make sure that they're very prepared every day.
Speaking about preparation, right? We
Kailan
know that their
nagkasakayo?
schedule is
Sabili.
rather tight.
It is.
Rather packed. I think this applies for both teams also, SRG and TL. As a manager, what do you think is the biggest difficulty that they have to overcome to maintain at the top of their game, A game, every time they are on stage?
Well, it is not easy. Players might get burnout because of tight schedule, but we had a talk and we make sure that we give them their enough rest to prepare for M7 because we just came from two
ए
games
स्प्याम भएर है
and
त्यहाँ च्याट
at
स्प्याम
least we
भएर है
give them a little
नाइट बर्डले हटाइदियो
day
है
off for them to be ready and more
मैले खाजा
comfortable
खाएको
for
छैन
the
उनीहरूले दिनुपर्ने
Yeah,
भन्छ यार
definitely,
के हो
especially
यस्तो
since it was the holiday
म त
season
भर्खर
back
खान
in the
लागिरहेको छु
Philippines. So I'm pretty sure that with all the packed and tight schedule, it was
मैले
rather
खाजा
tough.
लिएर
No?
आउँछु है यिनीहरूको
Now,
दर्शन
I'm pretty
गरौँ
sure
है
your boys are
सबैहरू
in the room listening right now. Okay?
Yeah, they went there.
Oh, they went there already, but they can still hear you in the arena. Is there anything you want to say to the Filipino fans and, of course, to your TL boys?
For the TL boys, I guess I already mentioned that at the backstage, and maybe for the community, we're going to do our best. We really prepared for M7, and also please support Aurora. We're all from Philippines, diba? So yun lang, suporta lang, and ayun, iwasan nyo na lang yung bash dun sa mga bata. I'm sure that they're trying their best also to win.
Yeah, let's lessen on the hate and increase the positivity because at the end of the day, they are all representing the Philippines. Thank you so much, Mitch. And with that, let us head into the second game of the series.
That was only game one, by the way. This is a best of three series. We could see two more games of that.
Oh my God.
Of what we just saw. Brilliant. Mobile Legends Bang Bang. MLBB at its peak of what it can be truly achieved in the game.
I'm gonna burst the capillary if that happens again. My God, that was insane.
Yeah.
Like, like, as an analyst, there's so many things you can look at and be like, oh, this could have been different, this could have been different, this could have been different. 90% of that is like, bro, I don't think anybody could replicate that. Even if they tried 1-to-1, it is just not something that is replicatable.
Yeah, if I'm not careful, I'm gonna break my coccyx out of excitement.
Yeah,
My tailbone is just gonna get shattered. That's the actual name of the tailbone, by the way.
I can't believe it. I was even caught on camera.
Yeah.
you were on 4K reacting to that play.
Yeah, what's funny is you moved away from the side to escape the camera, yet it cut immediately to Gideon, meaning you got caught again. You're like, oh no, oh no.
Because I can't even pinpoint what play that probably was out of that many plays that happened in the entire game.
That's such a good point. Was it the Savage? Was it the comeback? Was it the Oheb play?
Was it the Sekai's kill? Was it the... What? Which was it?
So, Innocent Savage is the first game. In the first game, is the first of M7 and third throughout the M series history. The first one was Carl TZ against S10 Gaming Frost in M2. Last year it was Hiko in M6, and then now it's Innocent. The first one led to a win. The past two were actually losses, which is pretty wild when you think about it.
Pretty wild.
Oh,
Wait
right.
a minute. Wait, hold on. I feel like we're missing a Savage from somewhere, but it's not coming to me.
It might have been a different tournament, but in M series, in M series, it's really just 2, 6, and 7. I remember we had the same thing in the meeting leading up to M6.
I just remember I just remember the one. I thought it was a Savage. It was actually a Quadra. It got stolen at the end. SRG versus CFU.
Yeah, okay, I remember.
They didn't give it to him.
Yeah.
He could have been back-to-back Savages on stats. But despite the stats, it's not netting them wins.
I don't know if they still want Savages after that.
Like, imagine you're looking at your teammate. It's like, oh wow, you Savage. Did you win?
What if they just deny the Savage?
I think that would honestly be way more funny, especially if it's the game-winning play.
Yeah.
Because like if it's just one more kill and everyone's dead, what's stopping you from not getting the Savage, intentionally not getting the Savage, just so you don't, you know.
Imagine how crazy that is, folks. That when it comes to Savages, for us normies, that usually means I'm going off and cooking rice. My mom told me to charge her phone. Those kinds of excuses. Time for you to cook dinner. Yet Liquid said, you're our dinner.
It's wild. It's wild, but let's see this next draft here. Flying Clouds!
Flying Clouds!
Ooh.
I've never seen Sora on a flying
Hello.
cloud.
Well,
फेरि फ्लाइङ क्लाउड परेछ
I
है
mean, it depends on what you define as a
होइन
flying cloud. Because I mean, he
लिएर
does
Does
this
have a
around
skill
the...
as
लिएर
well.
पाउनु
Never mind.
Yeah,
Like,
man, it's
no.
built into
Okay,
this kit,
fine.
man.
Okay.
But if
But
you want to
hello.
see double the cloud, I would not mind either. That'd be
Right.
मैले लिएर आइसकेँ है
Gets
हेलो
the
म
flying
खाजा
cloud
आइसकेँ
in-game
ल
and then goes down and then writes another cloud.
Just cloud after cloud. But in terms of the draft, right? Bans, SRG is going to be on blue side. TL now going to be on red side. Swap sides, and immediately you see the draft completely changes. Yuzong, the Lancelots are getting banned out. The Claude Kalia. Like, this is the most honest first phase of the bans we've seen from both Arcadian as well as RC. These are the two picks that they think very highly of.
So Liquid now, it's going to be up to them to decide whether they're going to ban the
आज
Juice
मैले
or
चाहिँ
maybe
खेल्यो कि खेलेन
the
क्लासिकमा
Grok as their last one. I think they're willing to just open up the fanny. It's not the Grok, it is the Juicin. So is this going to be a first pick Grok for SRG?
Oh. And that's gonna... Well, there's no Claude anymore though. So that's, I guess, less threats or less things to cancel if you're SRG.
Yes.
But what could that mean for Liquid?
I think what's going to happen is Grok or Kalia. Oh wait, is Kalia already banned? Yeah, Kalia's already banned out, so Grok is going to get picked up here. Or I don't know if they want to go like one step further and just be like blocking carry straight away and then just deal with the Grok.
Yeah, because it could be carry the response to the Grok, but
Never mind.
don't pick up the Grok.
I'm sorry, Yums. Forgive me for soiling your name.
That is his pick. It's one of the best shows in the world. I think Liquid can hold off into picking up the rope until even the second
Use on
phase.
Lancelot.
They can hold on. They can prioritize
Why we ban
HP. I think Phobius as a rush pick would not be a bad idea at this point. You already see the Joe. You can just go Phobius right now plus
क्लासमा ओके
Farsa, considering that Eve's gone.
I think they want to hold off on the Phobius first.
Wait.
As much as I want to say that
Okay.
this could be like, oh, they're just going to have so many dashes, the first
One
is
match
carry,
मात्र खेले पनि
second,
त्यो गर्न मिल्छ होला
gotcha,
नि
because
हैन
EXP
र्याङ्क
is
खेल्न
too
मिल्छ होला
important.
नि
There's a huge relationship between EXP and mid laners, right? So the matchups really influence each other. So now that they've got Gata from the side of TL, now artillery mages are kind of out of the question. Farsa doesn't feel as good to kind of get in position.
The Valentina's still there for Stormy.
Hey, what if it's Liquid's turn to play the Loyi this time?
Oh.
There's a good argument for it.
Yeah, they love pairing Loyi and Carry together. They did that in M4.
They should actually. They go. No, but if they show low,
अब देख्दैन लिएर हो नि
It's
खेल्छु
either way they can't get it if like
the problem is that I
It's
don't
the
know
last
whether or not
battle,
this
yeah.
is like a cram show. Is this a Yums show?
अब
Or is
फर्स्ट
it one
गेममा
of
त
those
कोही
things that
हिरो
Innocence
नभएर
is
सिसिलियन
working
लिएर
on?
खेल्नु
other
परेर
Sora.
त्यहाँ
Okay.
So they have to make a choice.
त्यही पनि जित्यो तर सिसिलियन लिएर
Think
नि
whether the store
जित्दै खेला थियो म त
gold again, but considering, and you know they can afford to put in the gold, they'll just be like a fighter gold. You already are packing the YSS.
Yeah.
You can change it. At least now you have an option to flex it. Depending if ever Team Liquid shows their EXP laner early, they can just shift into a better matchup for the EXP lane for Cram.
I think it's a pretty good idea overall.
What about
Okay, so they
what
don't
about-
show their mid laner, which is kind of dangerous, but they get the Fredrin, which is super important. This does open up the option
Wait,
of actually
Fredrin
locking
आयो,
in
कालजीको
Arlet
Fredrin
into
आयो अब।
the Sora
यहाँ
matchup
danger हुन्छ है।
potentially, but we'll see.
Okay. So we're going to be bringing you on over back to the floor with Wolf and Rose to discuss what has happened in the draft so far. Wolf and Rose, take it away.
Hey guys, welcome back to me. And of course, I am with Wolf, and we are still going to be discussing about the draft. Now, in game one, you mentioned you weren't a fan of some of the picks, some of the bans. This time, how do we feel?
उल्फ भन्ने चाहिँ
It's totally
एमपिएलको
different
कास्टर हो
now.
कि खास
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
get
It's
that.
so difficult to guess and predict whatever's gonna happen, especially because of the pattern of the picks. But we are gonna see some, I would say, standard picks from Team Liquid. They went in for Fredrin carry, which I felt like is good for them. But generally in the metagame, it's a weaker composition because it doesn't close out the game as much. If SRG focuses on their scaling with the Yisun Shin, maybe deny the Valentina because there's a Sora DNN. If they ban that, I think they will have a much better spot. So right now, unlike game number one, I'm favoring the first 3 picks of SRG.
So now that you favor the first 3 picks of SRG, how do you feel about the Sora, especially since they kind of juked the
That's
side
right.
of Team Liquid by bringing the Sora in the gold lane and
Yeah.
getting a savage with it?
That's right. What I really like about the Sora right now is that you are forcing some counters on your opponents. At the same time, you're also flexing it because you can play it with the gold lane. This time, Yisun the Sora in the gold lane is
Like the
super
Yums,
duper
यता
viable.
SRG को
And the
छैन।
fact that they have these
यता left
set
side
of
को
heroes
room,
means that they will have
Yumsले चाहिँ चाउ खेल्छ
they have
के।
more approach to
Yums
the
चाहिँ चाउ
second
गर्छ है।
phase. All they have to do now is to
Danger
ban
है।
the Valentina unless they're prepared against it.
Yes, we are currently waiting for the last ban from the side of SRG. And you know
That's
what?
Loyi for...
Yeah.
I heard Loyi. That's Loyi, right? Loyi.
Yes.
All right.
All right. I
So
mean,
that's Farsa.
yes. Thank you very much, Wolf. With that, casters, what do you think about Wolf's opinion?
Alright, so the pick that I thought that would be going to Liquid actually gets banned out by them. They have whittled down Stormy's hero options greatly. They can even go Kadita here unless but I want constant damage. If he has it in him, it's time to bring out the Lily, or maybe even something like a Sicilian if you have it in you.
I think personally, both Lily and Sicilian do very good here, because no matter what, Sanji is going to be able to win that early game with just the Kimi by himself. When it turns into a 2v2, at least he's got the Gatot. If you happen to get a better matchup than me, Gatot is just going to turn it into a net neutral.
Yeah, I'm liking the idea of a Lilia. We haven't seen it just yet.
Oh, but and again, this is another buffed hero, so
What is this comp?
Despite the buff, though, excuse me, I still think that Jusin's damage is actually quite underwhelming. If she doesn't get the game that she wants, Sanford's satisfied with this Lapu Lapu pick.
Yeah, very understandable for Sanford to actually get into this, but this is why we see that CC was going to be the lock-in, right? Innocent, his matchup is pretty straightforward overall, but he's playing against the carry, so the damage form, that lightning form, is going to be more relevant than the auto set you get from the cloud form.
like here I feel like we have much more comfortable picks for both sides. Specifically Liquid, if we're gonna talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
But the Zetian remains to be one of the most unpredictable parts of this lineup for a majority of us.
The Zetian pick really hurts the damage potential numbers of SRG, but they do have the damage, a lot of them, but not a lot of magic. It's a lot of physical that they're packing. Is it enough? Will a Zetian suddenly coming back be enough to bring us to a game number 3, or will Liquid lock in their knockout slot here and now with this one?
Let's find out as we see that the jungle start is going to be on the same side, mirror side of the map. They're going to start on the top side and end up down by the bottom where the EXP laners are clashing it out currently. Now, we saw how the Sora provided some value when it hit at level 4, but prior to that, now that he doesn't have to worry about Claw getting these 3 hits, Oheb, I want to see how he trades against it.
Harry versus Sora once again. We've seen enough of how Innocent actually gets to activate this hero.
Love.
But I guess it's gonna be a bit concerning if we don't get to see it coupled with the right amount of damage. Again, we've pointed out Stormy as the Zetian. In the early stages, I would argue there is damage.
Oh, yeah. As someone who plays a lot of mid lane, it is annoying to deal with a Zetian in the lane. It's just that if the rest of the team doesn't get the start that they want, doesn't get the lead, if you're trying to make a comeback, the Zetian isn't the right hero for that.
Sora नै त्यो खेल्यो है गोल्ड लेनमा
I think the important thing is that everybody just wants to win their lane as hard as they can to buy time and space for Sakai's to farm back up. That's why Yums is keeping a pretty close eye on where Call of Duty is going to be, and JP is now looking for potential cracks to punish their opponents.
Oh, he charged the breakable fall enough to taunt Cram. Sanford, does he have the damage to deal with him? No, he spots Humes and decides to not go any further. Who got the gold crab?
Carl did.
Okay.
Looks like. I wasn't able to get to Sakai's. If he did, he would be able to take level 4 there. Up top, Innocent cutting the lane behind Oheb.
Yep, he's going to participate for the upcoming turtle fight here, and they don't care whether support's at level 4 or not. They're going to rush this here and now.
Oh, LTD spots Humes. JP's really low though. Innocent going in. Sanji, does he have the damage? Oh, there's the ultimate already coming from the Zetian. Embracers Raptor! And Humes is actually first blood. The flicker two from Sanford might just get played out here. The turtle goes over to SRG.
Innocent just walked away from it. Yeah, it's like Landry. Don't worry about it. Sidestep.
Sanford, a little bit too greedy with that attempt. I think he was just definitely looking to finish off Innocent. It really hurt Liquid's chances there. The Sanji also was not level 4. Stormy was able to get there first. And this is what you want with the comp around the Zetian. Get that early game going strong.
Looks like it's going to be the two-finger setup for some guys. As we see him contest once again for the Litho Wanderer. Not even close. There's just too many members here on this side of the map. So they're just going to chill back out, look to scale.
Okay.
Slash.
One. Curtain call and Yo-Yo Blitz also committed by Cram here, but Sanford will just clear the lane for now.
Be able to bring Crab low. And it looks like he will be able to get the EXP Crab.
Unless.
Yeah, no, it went to Sanford.
Okay.
Well, I think that the level lead doesn't really. What?
इन्भेट आइदिएर ब्लूमा
Kyle Teasy. There's the counter AOG from JP though, and it doesn't connect with the A or the Appraiser's Wrath. Yums keeps on here.
Yums कस्तो भाग्दैको उ युम्सको चाउ यस्तो हो के फेरि TLPS को रिकल छ कि युम्ससँग
The wild part is that
मलाई कोही त्यो रिकल दियो न यार TLPS को रिकल
yeah, I thought is that. Oh, he catches him right at the very edge with the ult. Real nice usage.
Yeah, peak across the board. Stormy not using the ultimate meant that they weren't able to get a burst, but that meant that they had a way to escape when the rest of Liquid were chasing them. So if that was an active call by Stormy to hold on to his ultimate for the retreat, it's a great call.
Yeah, it can be used either way, depending on whatever they need. But the turtle is coming up, and compared to the first instance that we saw these two go,
Sakai stole it.
He stole it, but he doesn't have retry anymore, and that's going to be Carl's call to say, hey, we got to do this right here, right now. If not, it's going to be too late.
Yep, and compared to Turtle 1, everyone's not that low. There's something happening up top. But before we get to even look at that, Team Liquid takes the objective in exchange of OHEB.
The guys in Innocent juggled under the tower to take that carry down. And OHEB has been struggling in the lane against that Sora. Good thing Liquid is packing a 2-carry lineup, so now they also have Sanji, who did not have the best game as well. So in terms of the major damage dealers, Liquids are struggling.
Yeah, they're gonna wait for a bit more. Ooh.
So good. So smart of you. Don't need to take the second half. Get that Purify out of there as soon as possible. But notice, 2K gold lead for the side of Slimer Red Giants. If it breaks 4, we should be worried.
Yeah. That should mean that SRG are in a much more comfortable spot. Innocent, good read.
Way out. JP couldn't even save him there. Not even the traction pulse is going to connect against the members of SRG.
Absolutely bodied. OHEB is just straight up losing lane against Innocent. The Sora doing really well against that carry.
Yeah. No amount of dashes could really keep him safe.
Difference here. Literally 900 ahead for the side of Sakai's. From Cram's side, he's already pushed up to 400. Down by the goal lane. Innocent is winning by 1,000.
Sanji has a slightly bigger lead compared to the ZM, but that's only like 26 gold. In the glowing wand only.
First,
along with the full build boots at 6 minutes in, mean this is going to take a lot of time for Team Liquid. Roger Scythe only for this carry. While still on the way to the Dominus Ice is JP.
It's gonna take a bit more time before we see Liquid actively winning the fights, honestly, because they are trying to look for those fights, and we see it time and time again, but it's just that we don't get to feel as much damage yet from the likes of Sanji, from the likes of OHEB. They're clearly trying to catch up. So maybe we might see a similar game plan as what Liquid did earlier, but not like this. Not when SRG have their eyes set on OHEB and shutting him down.
I don't know whether this is going to be worth it at the end of the day. Eventually, Innocent will start to fall off and OHEB will start to scale. And Team Liquid, they know that. They know that it's all about just holding out until we get those items, and eventually we will be able to beat them in terms of raw damage. The only problem is that SRG is really good at kiting him with a composition that is a majority of ranged heroes. Well, quote-unquote ranged heroes. It's going to be extremely difficult for Team Liquid to walk out without punishment.
Oh, Fumes. Will they actually go for Sanford here? Still, Ice Mountain Shopper available even under the turret. There goes the guy. He gets to generate a bit of shield, but that's 3 members of SRG. Now TL will try to for the trade. In the mid-lane. Find the setup and so will Fumes. And Liquid failed to find a kill. It's all SRG right now. And they get to take down all 5.
What a covert flank. A slight delay, a preemptive flicker from Stormy, an AOG to try and take out mid-tier 1, ended up with a team wipeout after they saw the dive onto Sanford. Rather crazy, and Sakai still has more to give.
Oh, now Sanford's all alone under the turret, and he gets to receive the doesn't even get to clear the minions as SRG takes him down. One by one, Liquid are trying to chase, but the kiting's just too good for SRG. Do they have the damage though? Abraser's Trap already used. Crab finds the members of the backlines, and that's already enough for Team Liquid to run away.
It's like the last game didn't even happen for SRG.
11-1 रे भने
And now they
कस्तो
look
हानेको
completely dominant against Team Liquid 6000 and great map rotations all across the board, shutting down OHEB, shutting down Sanford, and now they're looking to shut down the center of the map, meaning Liquid are going to have to crawl back from a major deficit here.
I mean, Team Liquid already made a pretty big mistake when they decided, you know what? We're going to trade your mid T1 for my bot T1, and that was not how it played out. Barcelona Red Giants, I think at this point, understand they have the lead. The question is, how do I force it onto Team Liquid without losing too much?
Yeah. The difference is that Liquid 2 can't just really let OHEB go out by
Oh my
himself
God.
too much. Oh, the Wave the Dragon got cancelled though. By the taunt from Carl Teasy, Sanford going away the Bravest Fighter, 2-man stun with the Mountain Shocker. That was an almost team fight, but Liquid stayed patient.
Yeah, you see SRG though with how they're moving, they force out the other members of Liquid around that Lord. Although JP, Sanji, and Sanford are still here, Stormy and Sakai's are holding a very good position. This looks like it might go to SRG.
Oh, everyone's getting poked down really, really low.
Set.
JP's already half HP2. Oh, it will be able to join here. Carl Teasy going in. It's gonna be a wreck.
No, Slick here.
Innocent with the setup. He catches two, and now JP is down in exchange of cubes. But then Sanji has nowhere to run. Carl Teasy is down as well. It's only Sanford and OHEB all alive. But the cycle Stormy might just walk out of this alive. Sanford going in. He will get down, but so will he go down.
Well played, Stormy. His passive comes up. He knows he can buy at least half a second if he makes contact with Sanford, and he guarantees an equal trade. JP could look to block this wave. It's not worth it. Just let it go. Sanji's coming up. Carl Teasy's coming up. OHEB is here to protect. Keep hold of the inhibitors.
Yeah, he won't allow it to pop the Holy Shield. The Lord is still going to be marching up top. Liquid forced that fight because they knew they wanted to
Yeah, now
minimize the impact of
certainly.
this Lord. And this spots out Carl. And Innocent will get out. Liquid will be able to stop the Lord from getting anywhere close to the base turrets.
They get to clear it out somehow for
suck it
now.
out,
This has been such
Lizzie.
a good game for Crab though.
Yes, excellent.
0-2 on the CC.
His late entries have been key. The use of the curtain call, tying Liquid together, the team fighting, making it awkward for them. Kick though already committed by Humes.
I mean, they're going to keep trying every single time his cooldowns are off, right? The only time Liquid decides, you know what, maybe we'll consider what you're doing is when you're already in their face and they need to respond. If not, they're just going to flop over. And Team Liquid does not like flopping over.
7K, almost 8K for
एउटा
SRG.
टावर गएको छैन यार SRG को
Number one never reached this point.
TLPS को
Now
बेस टावर
SRG
मात्र बाँकी छ
have
भने
complete control over this game.
I feel like one of the major catalysts of this has been Yu's presence on this show. He's just been constantly map marking, and because he has two other heroes with him that gives him global vision, well, no wonder Team Liquid feel like they've just been checked all throughout the game, because literally they have been. You have the Cho seeing vision with his own body, and then you have the ultimate of Zentia, the ultimate of the Yi Sun-Shin as well.
Oh, they spot. He double checks it. No way he double checks it. Good read. Who does that? Who double checks that bush of all places?
It's that feeling. I wouldn't be surprised if even it was Sanji calling, "Hey, Dad, I feel like someone's here." And yes, they call him Dad.
Yeah, such a cute way to address the rover.
It's like, Dad, there's someone here.
Yeah, it just sounds like he's a parent.
Yeah, one of the problems now is Liquid will have a wave that they have to think about in the bottom lane, handled by here by Crab. The mid lane will get easily cleared out here by SRG. Definitely all signs point to SRG having the less awkward position when we get into the second Lord of the game, which might mean an easier time for the guys to just retry it. Carl Teasy isn't even level 15 yet, so Liquid will have to really work for it if they want to get this Lord. It begins with managing the minion waves, and then if they can find a push, then they can go for the full take. But with how well SRG's been managing the map, that might be way too tough.
I mean, we say that, but they're still prone to mistakes. Like Sakai's, the only reason why he's 4-1 and 11, especially when he was 4-0 and 11, was because he just didn't check the bush, right? They
and
फेरि
that just two.
च्याम्पियनसिप
There's the
जित्ने
Fury
अल्टी
of the
फेरि
Phoenix as
टाइमिङमा
well,
हालिदिने
but
के
will they actually commit to this fight? Sanford
यसपालि
going
चाहिँ
in
है
with Land Shaker. Oh, but
ल
JP cannot tank the
JP लाई
damage.
उल्टै
That's a
सिक्यो त
monster kill for Crab and -1
अल्टी हान्न
for
नपाइसक्यो यार
Liquid.
A lot of still try. I think they're still waiting for the bravest fighter to come back. Cross Easy will now have to help share the load of holding the front while Crab is pushing the mid lane.
They don't need to do anything. They could reset this right now. They've got a pushing wave down bot side, a net pushing wave on the mid. Top side they can start effective, but now they get into a fight.
There goes the bravest fighter.
Rambo,
And it's
Rambo,
cooldown.
Rambo,
It's a
Rambo.
shutdown for Sanford onto Crab, but it is
Lord, what you
by Saji and Oheb. Carl TZ shuts him down though, but that's already 3 members gone. But the flicker still catches up to Sanford. JP will be here, but now he's all alone. Can he clear the waves?
He's still trying, he's holding, he's trying to go after the guys to force him back. There's still minion waves.
Boy,
Oh, immortality popped. Now the only one is the turret. JP gets to AOG out, but there's still 1 minute left. And Sikai's just burns him down. We are going to a game number 3.
Tell me this ain't like best goddamn series you watched so far. 1-1. It's the scoreline. SRG, make this competitive.
No better way to end this day of the Swiss stage. When Giants and Titans face each other, we will go all the way.
LOL त होइन होला
This is such a fun series. This is such a fun series. And TL, they get off of that. They're going to be making their way off of that stage, but you can see that they're talking to each other. They know, like, hey, we can't let that happen again. The draft has maybe a couple of holes, but there's a big problem that we're not dealing with, and that's innocent on this Sora.
कडा छ यो एसआरजी भन्ने पनि ल के हो अड्किन्छ त
Can't let him keep getting through with this.
यस्तो यो चाउ गड हो कि रोमको चाउ चाहिँ खतरा हो
threat was there. It was too evident.
यहाँनिर हो कि मैले सोराले सोर्यो त्यहाँ ठ्याक्क मैले
on the Sora was something else.
It was honestly,
Carl
it's kind of
Villar
ridiculous how
Figure.
good he is, but I feel the worst for Oheb. Not only was he dove back to back to back to back by the 4 beats, of course, SRG, but even more so is that what is considered playable space. If you walk too far forward,
त्यो माथि हेर्दै कमेन्टमा हेर पिन कमेन्टमा अनुराग
Sora sucks you in for an engagement. You can't do much about it. You can't really abuse the range, and you will never be able to pull them out unless they truly make a mistake, like walking into a bush.
Laning up until the very end looked a bit or way too good for SRG. So, what are they doing?
They're massaging him. The Cram is just like, oh man, that was not an easy game.
That was a doozy. I also just realized, like, as we saw the team fights unfold, how difficult it was for Team Liquid to fight. Because how was Stormy was also layering and timing the Fury of the Phoenix and everything else. Yo, Yums would get in the kick, Liquid would want to respond, but they have to space out a little bit or they'll all get stunned. But the next thing you know, you still have to deal with, most importantly, I feel like the most worth it ultimate here was actually the Mountain Chakra, the turtle ship toss of Sikai's. It was on point every single time.
He didn't whiff it. He made sure that he always waited for the right CC to come through before the commitment as well. And yet, I think the best part about this kid, that traceless. So many times, literally about to die, traceless to get him out into the right position while having the iframes to do so.
Yeah, I think we're just so decisive when they had that opportunity to just end the game. That was a close call for JP. He could have made a clutch play at that moment, but then a single traceless basic attack from Sikai's was already enough to take him down. And I think that goes to show how far behind Liquid was in that game, because JP was the guy expected to tank everything or at least sustain a couple of basic attacks from this guy and from the other guys, but he could barely do that anymore.
Yeah. I don't know if it was also a team call by SRG, because when you look at their lineup with the Sora that they have, it would be actually difficult for Liquid to fight out the turtles, knowing that OHEB's already behind. They're always just going to be going 5v4, 5v4. But what happened was, SRG said, we don't care about the turtles actually, we just want the carry always dead. So as Gideon mentioned, the back dives onto the carry really hurt Liquid's chances in the long run. If it was a different story, if SRG competed against Liquid for those turtles more heavily, OHEB would have gotten more farm. They would have been a little bit closer to the damage department. But as they focus on the gold laner SRG, that meant the major threat in terms of the damage is really just the Kimmy, which at that point is like, we really don't mind.
Yeah, and it was somehow shut down by
राम्रो
the
sunrise.
range
Castor.
that Zedian got to offer. So there was a bit of a question in terms of if it could actually be on the same level in terms of damage. But since they got to Snowball and they got the early game advantage, you could feel how much it hurt. Like those small phoenixes.
Oh, and
The little
Small
Phoenix,
what?
the baby
Ano?
Phoenix.
The baby phoenix.
Yes, but even so, let's give it up for our MVP of this game, going over to nobody else but Guys. The team, again, did extremely well, but making sure that one death was his only death that game was pretty difficult, considering that there were 4 to 5 times where he genuinely looked he was like on his last legs.
Yeah. 7-1 and 14. Made the most out of his ultimates every time. And you'll see it in the highlights how important his YSS was.
Thank you so much, because now as we look at the highlights, we need to make sure that we are understanding what the situation is happening here on very first turtle contest. As you can see here, Sanford hasn't hit level 4, and because of this, so many important ultimates to disrupt their opponents, especially from Stormy's POV, he gets to attack for free. He is completely wide open in these fights, as you see Innocent as well as Cram getting heavily involved with the situations here as well as here. No matter what happens, you've already pushed your enemies off of that turtle, allowing Sakai's to continue to play the game for free. But this repeats itself a couple of times, right? Every single one of these neutral objectives before the first one, it's all about getting the resources out of hand. And when OHEB continuously falls behind, turning these 4v5 scenarios by neutral takes has been a really good component and the most important component for SRG to get ahead in this metagame. Now, dive after dive after dive, let's pause this here, because in this fight, this was Liquid's one opportunity to even the score and turn this deficit, this 6k deficit, back to a neutral state. However, when the stuns come on through, notice as the game progresses, the kick, the knock up, JP comes through, but no matter what, that traceless, can't do anything about that CC immunity, allowing him to get free retributions to contest every single one of them, even if he is behind. So Lance, Yishinshin, tomato, tomato, some may say. But these fights continued even further, right? With small, intelligent plays all across the board. This is the one we must discuss. As the first engagement happening on this side of the map continues, we notice that the rest of Liquid are moving to the top side of the map. Now, moving to the top side would only mean one of two things. Either you are contesting for space here, or you are looking to contest space where you hop over this wall as Fredrin to try and take over at least get close enough to the Lord Pit. The most ideal position for a Fredrin is to be right about here. Enough to contest the enemy jungler and close enough for the retribution in case you have to go for an all-in. As the fight progresses, this is where it all changes. The initial kick forcing the entire team of Team Liquid to move to the left-hand side of the map. Once they were done with this left-hand side, they continue to keep on fighting. And notice, even when it fails, that's when SRG decide to call it off. It's about impact. It's not about securing the objective. Once the damage has been done, it's a free walk in the park as they run all the way right up to the middle inhibitor, take out Daddy JP, and close out the game.
Thank you for the breakdown, Gideon, on point as always. And you saw it there, the impact, really, of Sakai's on the season. Vision provided and maximizing the stuns to go along with all of the crowd control abilities that the team of SRG had under their belt to mess up the team fight of Team Liquid Philippines. And when you go up against Team Liquid and they're going for the front to back, you want to mess up their team fighting flow. Maximize the crowd control that you have. It's just this time around it was stopped by SRG.
And they had so many ways to stop the guys. I think more than the mountain tracker that revealed so much information. Even the beauty of the Phoenix the same. So let's say you use it at one point and then eventually Liquid actually try to work around or find ways to reposition themselves. There's still a fury of the Phoenix, or if they use it both at the same time as the team fights break out, then that's
all the
Best of
more
3.
gonna be a problem for them because it has or it couples itself with more damage and then it reveals so much and then what do you do next? Because they could already anticipate the angles from which you're gonna come from, which is why I also feel like we weren't able to see the efficiency of the Lapu as much, of Stanford as much, because of the way they constantly are able to reveal where the entry points are going to be.
Yeah.
And so there was almost no problem for Stormy on the Zetian in terms of positioning, apart from the fact that he alone has such great positioning already as a player.
Yeah. And that's why I really appreciated that SRG was able to win this game the way that they did. Playing with the Zetian, maximizing all the vision that they have and making sure the Zetian was safe so it never got to the point where her damage felt lacking. We are now treated to a 3-game series. We're going all the way, but before we continue, let's watch this.
Hey guys, welcome back to my side reporting, and right now I am with Gorgeous, the assistant manager for SRG. Hey Gorgeous, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
You're
Yeah.
good?
Yeah.
I see all
Nampu
smiles
Gorgeous is good.
after winning game 2.
Mother
But
Kitty होला
first off, let's talk about the
Gorgeous,
boys
Gorgeous
inside.
गरेर
How was
Gorgeous
the
with
vibe
Gorgeous.
going to the matchup today?
Not going to lie, the vibe is really tense inside there because we know that they want their revenge really bad. So yeah, it's kind of tense.
It's very intense, and I think we could see from the matchup itself, it was crazy. It was very 50-50. We didn't know whose ball that was. Hi, boys. Good luck, Humes. Okay. Do you want to say anything to them before they go in? Anything at all? Coach is here. Anything you want to say?
You see,
Intense.
it's very intense.
Serious.
So let them focus.
Let them focus.
Let them focus.
Okay, we shall let them focus. Now, what was the reaction of your team when you guys found out that you guys will be facing Team Liquid in your qualification match? Because just now from the side of Team Liquid, they were very excited to meet you guys and they wanted to meet you guys in the second round of the Swiss stage.
Same goes to us. When we find out that we're going to fight that page, the boys were really excited. But actually, Vicky don't want to meet them actually.
Why Vicky don't want to meet them?
Because Vicky said that let's save the best for the last.
Oh.
But the boys, Stormy, Crumb, and everyone was really like, yeah, let's go. Let's face Telpage.
Let's face TLPH. Now, after game 1, there was a savage. In game 2, it was an amazing game from the side of SRG. What is your hopes for game 3?
Actually, I don't really care if it is a hard game or easy game. As long as we win, and then everything's going to be fine. Yeah, just want to win.
If you guys do qualify for the knockout stages tonight itself, you guys will be at kind of an advantage point in which you guys will have quite a few days of rest, right? How are you guys going to use it? Will you guys celebrate the win tonight, or, it doesn't matter, win or whatever, we are locked in?
First, we need to win first.
Okay.
And then we're going to celebrate tonight.
Okay, invite me. We go eat.
Of course.
Okay.
With some good food, good dinner. And then tomorrow, straight out, training.
Train all the way.
Yeah, because we just passed this stage. We don't yet, and yeah, we need to log in.
We gotta lock in. I like that. I like that. We gotta let Gorgeous and SRG cook.
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, I'm cooking right now.
You're cooking right now. I love that. Yes, you are, Gorgeous. Gorgeous, is there anything you want to say to SRG and to all of the Malaysians that are supporting your journey here in the M7?
To all the Malaysian fans, I just want to say that just trust us. Please don't trash talk us, because yeah, kita orang pun, we also train so hard. We also don't want to lose. And yeah, I hope all the Malaysian, and not all the Malaysian, all the fans, SRG, from Indo, Philippines, or maybe around the world, just trust us, okay? Thank you.
Trust the process of SRG. Thank you so much, Gorgeous. I am ecstatic to watch Game 3 of this series. So without further ado, let us kickstart the last game of today.
Always good to hear from Gorgeous. Now assistant manager. Wow, what a climb up the SRG corporate ladder, I guess. Hey, Brigitte, what was your favorite thing that Gorgeous said?
My favorite thing is that from all across the world, Philippines, Malaysia, or Indonesia, SRG fans, just please trust us.
Yeah. Trust.
Big trust. That's a good answer. Because I mean,
This
if
guy
we're
has
thinking
a
about like all these different regions, it's like a celebration. Some may say.
Yeah, the official MLBB M Series Tournament trading cards is a celebration for all of us, bringing premium design and modern tech together. Available this January at theplay.com for early access. Grab yours and hold a real piece of the M Series legacy.
Right.
What's up?
I can't hold it in. You knew I went to the toilet.
No, she was too busy dealing with the MLBB Academy, which has fully been upgraded, right, Redmar?
Yeah, like Brigida has been checking her personal weekly reports to understand her pacing, strengths, and weaknesses, along with the complete match history. So every big moment is recorded. You can also rate trending topics and share your perspective. Whether you're tracking stats or joining the conversation, MLBB Academy is where you watch matches and understand your growth in the game of MLBB. Check it out on mobilelegends.com/academy, hashtag MLBB Academy, and hashtag Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
I think that, this is just one tool for you to just get better at the game. But, considering it's been a long year, a long last year as well, I'm just curious about you, Brigida. You feel like you've come into yourself? You are the real you?
I feel like I can be my real self together with the AIC insights from the Realme 15 Pro, because it has win rate predictions, it can analyze gold, items, and everything real time. It's like having a strategic coach in your pocket. Oh, I don't have a pocket here, never mind. But that's the AI gaming coach for you, but it doesn't stop there. When the fight breaks out, its consecutive skills feature lets you unleash a perfect preset combo with just one tap, so you don't have to do all that. It guides your strategy and elevates your execution. That's a full AI-powered edge. From prediction to performance, it's the complete package. You play, we carry, Realme 15 Pro, the M7 official gaming phone.
Get yours today while you still can, because the greatest best of 3 series is being played up on that stage here at the XO Hall. And of course, the Realme is going to be on all 5 of those seats.
I really love how the Indonesian crowd showed up for this, man. It's a packed house. They knew what kind of matches we're gonna get today, and specifically for this one, for SRG and Team Liquid, it is must-watch MLBB. They've showed up, they've been fired up, people have been going wild, and interestingly enough, I would look to the crowd from time to time. This is the game where I saw a lot of just flabbergasted faces of like, what is this I'm witnessing? Is this a version of MLBB that I'm seeing unfold
Realme
before my eyes with how these two are playing?
Sponsor
Genuinely unreal looking at
Realme फोनमा खेलिरहेको छ
I'm
सबैजना
surprised you actually got to see that, because I couldn't I don't even know where to look at anymore when we're in game, because I think there have been so many instances where there were fights happening across the two different ends of the map, and that I think was mainly, again, their shutdown attempts on OHEB, and the turtles also happening at the same time, so you don't know where to look at anymore. But I'm pretty sure Liquid will be very careful about that this time.
Well, I think the adjustment that Liquid needs to make, the one reoccurring pattern is this. Hey, Sakai's has something that has damage. Okay, sure. But your 3 laners all had losing matchups.
Yeah.
Every single one of those lanes had a losing matchup. And I think now Arfi is like, all right, it is clear that you are good enough to take advantage of this system. We need to match it.
See if it will be matched.
Distance flying cloud पर्यो है
To where?
Oh, expanding rivers. Yeah. So we went rivers, cloud, then back to rivers. I was hoping we'd get grass. So as we head into the draft, I think I can speak for every Liquid fan and every Filipino out there. Take the Sora away. Please ban that hero.
I do not want to see clouds anymore. I think
Sora ban हान्ने
Sora gets
ban
banned
हान्ने
out.
Vampires.
Sora मलाई ban हान्नु पर्ने थियो कि अघि नै सेकेन्ड गेममै Sora ban हान्नु पर्ने थियो
wait, no.
कास्टरहरुको धेरै
Let's calm down here. There's still a game to be played. We're all full of adrenaline. The Fanny, the Kalia, the Sora being banned out by Coach RC from the side. Blue side, Team Liquid. SRG on red side, Coach Arcadia has decided upon Yuzong, the Claude, and one more pick.
The Juicin still open and the Grok to
Yeah.
play.
Take it out. I remember in MSC, it was literally Juicin versus Farsa. The entire series. Now first pick, what's up? Oh, dude.
after game number 1, when we saw the initial punish on this
Then
Claude,
thirdly,
it's time for the
then thirdly.
signature. And Carl Tuzzi, he's taking off the weights at this point.
They didn't get anything else. They did not get anything else. They didn't go for the Grok. They didn't go for anything. They wanted Lance right away. Didn't even consider the YSS. They said Lance.
So, how do you just go like Eve? Oh wait, no, there's still Grok. I mean, Claude. I'm thinking whether Claude needs to be part of this picture, knowing
Banned.
that SRG.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it's already banned out. Carry also another potential option here. Unless they want to like double down, no matter what they see, they're just going to try and punish. I feel like it's better for Coach Arcadia to maybe kind of set up a scenario where you can get a better matchup for Phobius and EXP. But I have an inkling that Coach RC will suspect it.
Yeah, honestly, just go YSS.
Hilda.
Oh, wait, oh, yeah.
Hilda.
Eve, as you
Marah bola
mentioned,
KP.
oh yeah, was still open, and then they go up for the Hilda now. Ooh, gonna be very annoying to deal with. I think if they want to be okay with it, I think they're forced into picking up a high loss for JP later on. The mid laner, they can mash it with a Farsa. If they want to save their mid laner pick for later, they can. If they want to get their gold laner
Well,
instead,
Diago.
just a high loss. So it's like either a high loss Farsa. I think Valentina might be a bit meh.
Yeah, there's no need for them to
You
go
to
for the
jitne
Valentina
parse
at this point. So, the Kais can pick up his hero here.
I mean, I'm thinking what is good, because there's only 2 bans at the end of the day for the side of TL. They can get rid of the Yishin Shin, they can get rid of a potential Hayabusa. His Lance has already been taken, leaving you with not many options unless you end up playing something like Fredrin, for an example, and then look to play Arlott later down the line. This Hilda is the thing that's really making me think Cram might just play it in the EXP for all intents and purposes.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a time that he was always on that hero. Although they will be picking first after the next banning phase, so the CC gets picked up instead. I've been thinking about this earlier, even during the first 2 picks, because it feels as if it's such a great soft counter to. And they've answered so much already in terms of the Lancelot. It's a CC and the Hilda.
Yeah, one thing I like about picking up the CC when you see the high loss is that it's going to be the easiest 2-man curtain call of your life.
Yeah.
You're almost always going to be landing it on the 2 people. The high loss plus X.
Yep, the high loss plus X every single time. And I think right now there's a really good argument for TL to actually go for a Uranus pick here. Only because, yes, sure, you get from the Ionic Edge, you shred some MR, but at the very least, it's like if your lane is shafted anyways, I think Uranus is a pretty good runaround to kind of punish your opponents by saying, you know what, we're just going to sandbag you the entire time. Arlott ban from the side of Coach Arcadia.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like there's so much attention towards the sides of Liquid. And SRG are doing such a great job at limiting these 2 these 2 sides of Liquid. Be it in terms of the pickings or even in the laning phase. So we did put out that maybe they really want to prioritize the winning matchups, but now again it's the mid trio that's revealed to us so far. So the options are gonna get fewer and fewer again.
Yeah. Will Team Liquid still be willing to ban out the YSS?
Is it necessary? I feel like SRG, considering that they don't have much to scale with, I feel like they need to just be worried about the gold lane. Oh, wait a minute. Are they gonna... Oh, but Eve is already on. I want to see whether Oheb is gonna get the signature pick.
What if this is
Matrix?
I think there's a potential here for it.
But Bren, I actually don't know where the CC is gonna go to. By the way,
It's up to gold lane or something.
if it's EXP or gold.
I'm trying to think if there's another, beyond the YSS, if there's going to be another here that you can have another gold.
Unless
Gold
they're
lane
going for,
fighter. I remember seeing a team, was it Chiku guys? There was one team that decided to go for a full
Freya
fighter melee lineup, wherein they had a Ling in the jungle, they had a CC in the gold.
Cool.
I think the more modern version of that is a Freya jungle. So Freya is still an option
को
for
चाहिँ
the
इन्टेन्स
November,
पर्ने
but
भयो
honestly,
है लास्ट म्याच यार जसले जित्यो त्यही जित्यो है
Gotta keep it safe, gotta keep it sturdy. Last 2 picks here for the side of Team Liquid as their fans are absolutely blasting the roof off of the Exo Hall. They need a couple of answers. Number 1, they don't have a way to really stop They don't have a way to stop the heave. And I think the early stages of the game shouldn't be that bad as long as JP is able to peel off the Hilda from actually interrupting Carl Teasy's farm.
Last picks, we're still looking for an EXP and a gold laner.
He's hovering Alice.
There's Alice.
Yeah, Alice would be great for
There's
an
X,
EXP.
but I don't think we get to see that as much nowadays.
Oh, what's the gold laner?
The hovering Granger is interesting. Okay.
Okay.
Is this going to be enough though? I guess this means that from TL's POV, they're like, Sanford, they're diving you a lot, but they're also diving Oheb. You sit on your own island, we're gonna shift all our resources down to the gold lane.
I think could you still slot in Grok here? Put the Hilda in EXP, put the CC in the gold, but then up against the Granger might be tough for you.
The Tro's also there too.
I think no matter what, you gotta have something that scales. Because this Alice is gonna be too big of a problem. Like, nobody can really take her out.
The Lunox is... Nah.
Need more physical gold. Yeah, you need something with strong, constant lockdown, constant basic attacks. Maybe they get the Matrix?
Possibly.
Oh, no.
my...
They'll really pack the CC in the gold lane.
They're looking to... Wait, this is such a counterintuitive style of play. It's like, I guess they want to make sure that everybody has a form of, I can get damage in, so that the follow-up, no matter who the follow-up is, must clean up.
We also have to acknowledge that Team Liquid PH's damage are all in bursts, and they're all skill-based. So the Uranus does make a lot of sense.
They might be able to out-tank it, but I think both EXP laners are going to play a very crucial role for the upcoming war.
Wow.
Look at that lineup rating, my god!
It looks pretty...
It's SRG sided.
Pretty SRG sided.
Yeah.
I don't know how true it is, though. A 2 point off to 1.8 counter index. We'll see as we get into the game. I think that it's a lot more even than the initial take as we head on in to Land of Dawn.
5 seconds.
Liquid facing off SRG. Let's do this, my guy.
This is gonna be so good. A great way to end this 3-game banger. A storied rivalry, though young as it is. Two great organizations backing them.
अब चाहिँ हान्नु पर्यो कि
Now
युम्सले
Yums
किनेको हो
is going to be looking to give JP a taste of his own medicine with a Hilda pick that messed them up earlier. It's a question of how well can Liquid time the damage that they have that they deal in bursts up against a lineup that does very well against burst damage.
And the side,
यसरी नै
sides look a bit
एनएमको
more
तिनीहरूले कसले त
stable
भर्खर
now.
त्यो
It
इनोसेन्ट
feels
हो
like they're able to manage it much more
CC
compared to how
CC
we
लिएर
were
खेलेको
able to witness
इनोसेन्ट
the past two games. Because even though they did win game number one, it wasn't as smooth. It wasn't as smooth sailing as you would have described it to be. So maybe, just maybe, we get to see a better form from Liquid in the early stages of the game here.
I mean, in terms of just the emblems alone, we're making sure that we are
CCहरू पनि
keeping
खेल्न
ourselves in
मिल्छ
check,
के
right?
एमएममा
As much as Sanford is like, oh, I'm gonna get the Festival of Blood, Cramp, it's all about movement speed, right? I need to get to places,
Yes,
I need
yes.
to do stuff all across the map.
मिल्छ
While
नि
Stormy, most
रुबी पनि
importantly,
मिल्छ
not only does
अझ
it
युरेनस लिएर त
but
खेलिदिन्छ
also put a
गोल्ड
big
लेनमा
tax on Sanji.
Good disruption there by Yums. Man marking Garth. He expected of Hilda up against an assassin jungle. Checking Sanji having a tough time here against Stormy. The pokes
Yes,
constantly
yes.
dished out by the Seems. The guy's close by already level 4.
That's so smart. It's so smart. It's so smart. You purposely show yourself so they reposition to the opposite side. Skies can actually flank Sanji here if he just walks up a little bit further. There it is.
Oh, there you go. The Shadow actually commits.
Oh,
He goes back to
लास्ट
Sanji, but then finalizes
बच्चु जेपीले दामी भन्दै थिए
saves him right at that moment. Carteezy, will he get to find a kill on Grab? Doesn't have the level 4. But Sandford still goes in. Force out the flicker from Yums.
सिकिसि भन्न मजा
Jesus
आउने
gave him his prayers and sent Daddy JP, and now the real
TLPX
manipulation.
हो TLPX
Ruin also used onto 2 members, but they have to get
Only
away.
TLPX
Grab is just a
anymore,
bit too
though.
much in terms of the sustain. And that's all by himself, by the way. And the real world manipulation from Stormy as they try to interrupt Carl Teasy once again in his jungle.
Wait,
Yes, यार जितने पर्छ
guys.
Oh, Sanford has the flicker, able to cancel out the Oogie Shadow kill, fortunately. But he's
Wait.
really low.
हेर
Grab.
न पछाडिबाटै टावर भित्र छिरेर हान्न आएको कस्तो के त्यो
He's fine.
Okay.
Both sides are not going to be able to kill each other, and that's a big problem. They need other people to get involved, and even Stormy is just like, I'm going to completely shove you out this lane. Whoever gets a lead, let's just take advantage of it, right? And even for Stormy's side, he's like, alright, sure, Cram, you can focus on getting that, but give me the gold, I want the money.
I like this rotation by Stormy. It helps speed up the cut. He gets a little bit of EXP himself, and now they're also going to be able to get gold through the shielding up top. So great link up between Cram and Stormy.
What happened to the bottom lane? How is Innocent a full level up?
Yeah. Prodigy will try to steal away this purple buff. There's better airstrike. Yumes! With too much damage from Liquid, Sanji secures first blood. But he still goes down. The damage from the Yugi Shadow kill was enough.
RNG was not kind that time. The last one was like, wow, that's pretty lucky. This one really unlucky. Two sides of the same coin, and the first items haven't even completed yet.
SRG still taking control of the map through the aggressive rotations. I think eventually this is going to turn into who has the more annoying EXP laner to deal with. It's either the Alice or the Uranus. At this point, it's a little bit even. But considering the damage output of the CC on the other side of the map, the impact of that CC makes the impact of this Uranus even all the more evident. Sakai's now has the Hunter Strike as well. Dominance Ice on the way still for Yumes.
Can I just say, why are we watching this? Why are we watching this? We're looking at the two fattest guys slap each other around and be like, hey, you feel anything? Nope.
We can go elsewhere, yo. Like, it's fine.
Let's look at something else.
We know what happens there.
It's such a dead lane. Oh, now there's something. Flicker forced out of OEB.
Yeah, that's what you get for staring at Alice and Uranus too long.
Okay, Carl TZ forced to get out. The flickers are always being forced out.
I mean, this is one of the few attacks that people learned quite late into the Hayabusa meta that you can actually flicker out away from the Oki Shadow Kill, but it's all about timing. There's a high skill.
Might have walked into the wrong direction. Carl TZ here gets to secure the orange buff, but now he's being chased by multiple members. The stun from JP, fortunately clutch. Saving Carl TZ right there, but look at SRG.
Was Sky's not in turret range? I thought for sure he was going to take at least one more turret shot. It looks like Cram was able to block it for the most part. Yumes, he's thinking about it. He's really selling this. They're really selling this.
I think we need to back off. They're not going to win anything. You're just standing around. They're losing bot. And they might lose this one big.
Oh no!
They find Sanji once again, doesn't have the flicker anymore! And now Sakai's picks up the kill! Graham chasing after Carl TZ, Sanford trying to stop him in his tracks, but just look at the amount of pressure he's able to apply. That's gonna be a tier 1 in mid, going over to SRG.
No, this is actually not good. Team Liquid doesn't usually play like this, but it looks like the conditioning from game 1 and 2 is definitely kind of dampened the senses down here. And SRG are getting away with a little too much, more than I'm comfortable with, as much as I want to see, you know, my countrymen do well. I think that Team Liquid, they're kind of dropping the ball. Like, they're making some weird motions across the map, especially with Sanji's rotations back into mid. Why is he not taking safe paths?
Yeah, they're usually better at man marking, while Selangor Red Giants have taken control of this game through fantastic rotation and good timing and a great understanding of the tendencies of their opponent. Sanji again.
Oh no, doesn't have the wing by wings anymore. Now Cram once again, zoning out 3. OEB too forced to run under the turret. While up top, it seems like Sakai's is finding another kill. Throne of Ruin committed by Sanford. But does he have enough resources to deal with this Hayabusa? He has the quad shadows again. And that's a killing spree for Sakai's.
I think they're a little bit tilted at this point. A lot of aggression coming from the side of Team Liquid. Unnecessary at that.
Yeah, no, it's getting to them. It's really starting to sting because Selangor Red Giants, they've already made the mistakes and it's too late to take it back. But at this point, playing from behind feels really bad because this is exactly what SRG has been looking to do. If anybody's able to win a lane, you start feeling the influence spill over. And I think it started too early on for the side of SRG for Team Liquid to stop until roughly, I would say, give it about 13 minutes. At the 13-minute mark, let's double check.
Yeah. SRJ have been nothing short of just fantastic. I think this is another MVP performance on the way for Sakai's. He's been given a lot of information, and he's made the most out of it every time. The Shadow Kill has been on point over and over again. 3 kills under his belt, all of them incredibly impactful. Now up to the Living Roar as well. The rush. JP's gonna melt, Sanford's gonna melt, And we could be looking at SRG making it to the knockouts before Team Liquid does.
तीनटा टावर खाइसक्यो माथिको टावर नि उठाइदियो युरेनसले त्यहाँ लेन कट हानिरहेछ यार अझै
If we were to look at it.
1-5 रे भने
In terms of gold, that there's a lot of catching up to do. But it's not like Team Liquid could just really go for whatever big play that they want, unless. Oh no, maybe down bottom.
Wait.
Oh, using the glorious pathway just to escape.
That hurts, bro.
You hear that scream?
Yeah. You hear the one audible person. The fact they were so nervous about it. Yeah. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. This is quite a clencher if you are a fan of SRG as well as TL. Oh, this is gonna
escalate. कस्तो मेल हान्दिएको एकैचोटी
But he has to be wary of Sekai's. He was looking at him
man,
right
damage
there.
गर्छ यार यो हिल्लामा यार मरदवाला केटी यार लास गिद्दी भने
secure for themselves after zoning out the
बस्यो नि
members of
हेल्थ
Liquid so
बढ्छ
well
है
and then jumping in under the turret.
ड्यामेज त्यस्तै
Used by Sanford.
ओइ दामी हाने स्यानफोर्डले तर
Manipulation from Stormy perfectly positioned as well as they hunt down OM into the back line. Carl Teasy, will he be able to look for the trades? It seems like the damage is not enough just yet. Sanford will try to look for whatever he can, but now there's 2 members on him, and that's another mega kill for Sekai.
I gotta give it a crap. He's played a near perfect game and a beautiful engagement from Sanford. Don't get me wrong, but he completely negated Oheb's existence, blocking every projectile with his body, completely zoning him out of the fight while still maintaining damage against both Sanford, Sanji, and Oheb.
The Filipino sniper has been shut down 2 games in a row now by Selangor Red Giants. It is well timed as well. And now Liquid
Lord Ira shield
will try to defend. Athena shield for you too. Also on this Hilda has been a nuisance. Though low-key is the impact. You can feel it when the bodies start dropping on the side of Liquid. SRG closing to an 8,000 gold lead.
Skypiercer picked up by Sekai's as well. Now all their base turrets are going to be exposed. And they'll have to struggle just to clear out this potential Lord Siege coming in from SRG. Cram standing in front of everybody. A perfect manipulation catching OM. Shadow kill committed as well. There's the Phantom Execution. They have to pay attention to the Lord first before anything else. And it will gain access to the base. But they get to take it down. But they might have to say goodbye to both shields and potentially more.
जितेको जस्तै बराबर हुन्छ नि यार एमसीले नै उठा जस्तो हुन्छ त
Shut down over to Team Liquid.
Beautiful stuff coming in from Team Liquid side, man. He's not going to take too much damage, he's just going to walk away, but this completely shuts down the secondary push, as now the holy shieldings are completely gone. This second Lord is going to be do or die for Team Liquid, as they find themselves in the exact same position as they were, if not worse, number 2.
Some of those Team Liquid in right now. He just keeps getting off way too easily.
Oh, Carl TZ. Oh, the stun lands onto Cram, but he just gets to dance around. They don't seem to have enough.
Full
no. Cram has completely outscaled them. They just don't do enough at this stage of the game. And even for Sanji as well, right? He has to make sure that he buys anti-heal. But now that he's got the Genius one, it's like, yes, I can do a little bit of damage, but it's too late when you already have so much MR on your side and a whopping 2.1K lead individually.
They all got scrambled to build magic defense, but no one is answering the physical damage output of the Hayabusa, CC, and the Hilda. There's not a single anti-grass or dreadnought armor on the side of Team Liquid. They couldn't build it.
Pathway committed. Sanford doesn't need to use the flicker anymore to set up. They might just have to run away from this for now. Now the flicker's used just and JP, the Revitalize had to be committed as well.
Worth it. Now they can guarantee a no contest on that Lord or force a fight by it. And you can see that TL, they're so worried. They know that if this Lord gets taken, it's game over as they're too far behind. And Stormy, he's making sure, not revealing himself, but ensuring that key points of the map are locked off.
Okay. Yourself in this kind of situation, Carl TZ. He just wants to take this purple buff, but even that gets denied. Another perfect curtain call coming in from Innocent.
Now there seems to be a bit more damage coming in, but when you see Liquid forced to run away, they just
एउटा टावर गएको छैन यार
Red Giants now looks like they're basically
भने
working on a taxing
खत्री गर्नु
system.
पर्यो कमब्याक ओए 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 मर्नु भएन के सम्झेहरु अब
That could have been
Lord
a moment,
खाइदियो,
but they
Lord
want
खाइदियो,
more
Lord
with the
खाइदियो।
Lord in hand, and Stormy now finally has the lantern. All these tanks don't mean much.
Will Team Liquid be able to hold on? There's no marksman on the side of SRG, but it's a different story. SRG have taken the definitive lead without a marksman with great early to mid-game play. Now Liquid, they have the
साथीहरु
range.
भन्दा
Is it
सकालजी पनि
enough?
त्यहाँ
Is
आउँदा
the
रिकल
force
देखाएर
damage
बसिरहेछ
enough? The answers to those questions have to be yes if they want to be able to hold on. But all
युम्सको पनि
signs are
टिएलपीएस को
pointing
रिकल
to
छ नि
SRG
युम्सको
being able to make it to the knockouts first.
मलाई कोही यार
winning this
टिएलपीएस को
game.
रिकल
Let's
देऊ न
see.
यार
What will they try to approach first? Sakai is using the quad shadow already. They will be
Kita
dealing with
लानु
the
पर्छ
Lord
है
first before they transition towards the Lord up top. And they seem to have managed it to some extent.
हाने
But
हाने
does
लॉर्ड गयो
SRG want to go
मिड आयो
for
मिडबाट क्रिप आयो
another
होल्ड होल्ड
attempt?
गाइस
They're
टावर
using
जान दिनु
Wafer
न
Liquid to set things up, but the curtain call was already committed.
यो
There's the
त्यसो यहाँ
remanipulation once more.
पावर
It's
पावर
countered
छ
by
ओइ सान्जी गयो
Sanji has
सान्जी भाग
nowhere to run.
बच्यो 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 सान्जी
Wings to
बच्यो
fly away, but the throne of Ruin
नाइस ओहेब
catches
ओहेब
Sakai's. Sanji's still alive.
Ayo, oheeb.
Liquid defend.
This is the
ओए
perfect
एक किलो
scenario
10
for
स्ट्याक
Liquid.
स्काइपियर्सको
They
10
now
स्ट्याक
get to
बल्ल
come back into the game. Now Sanji can get his third item, and you have some real damage for the upcoming fight. But at the very
Yumsu,
least,
man,
they don't lose
TLPS को recall
anything
हान्दै घर
off
गइरहेछ।
of this.
That was so close. Like, Sanji had two members on him, but he
क्रेमले
went to
हानेर
the
त
very
मर्दैन
last
होला
second
हौ यो
before he
युरेनस
wings
त
by wings down.
Yeah, it's going to be a long climb back for Liquid though. SRG still hold the definitive
Go, go.
lead, but that will help. See Halpern already built up. By OHEB, Carl Teasy gets his orange buff. Now we'll be back to once again to a counter defensive
कतिको
positioning.
गोल्ड
Again,
ग्याप
the
छ
problem with a lineup that doesn't have a
38-45
traditional
भनेपछि
marksman
मिलिदिला
is now going to be fought by
5-6-7-7,000 को
SRG. If Liquid hold out even longer, then this game is going to get harder and harder for SRG to end.
Yeah, and that's the scary part, right? We need SRG to close out the game while they still have this. While they still have this 6.8K on their side. It's a lot of money, but just notice, like Kram is like, yes, I quote unquote struck the ball, but at the same time, I'm
तर
realizing
टिएलपीएस
that
अहिले हारे पनि आउटै त हुने होइन है जित्यो चाहिँ सेफ साइड हो
at least the endless battle.
त्यस्तो
The
हो आउट
Divine
चाहिँ
Glaive only
होइन है
completed by Sanji, right? Even if he builds more MR, it's not going to do him much good.
See
तर
Halpern as
जित्नै
well for
पर्यो
Innocent.
कहाँ एसआरजीहरुसँग हारेर
Now
हुन्छ
for
भने
this CC and Team Liquid are going to be in a world of hurt. It's understated, but the sudden
है बब्बाले खेल्दा त्यही यार खेल्नु त बवालले खेल्दा छ नि एसआरजी नि है एसआरजी नि बवाल खेलेको
Now,
नि
be
फेरि
fair,
Yeah, and we get to see the constant high loss.
एसआरजी यार लास्ट मेहनत गरिरहेको छ यार
multiple times. throughout
lately,
the session.
it's been a little bit more of like either Alice
खतरा
plus X or
टिममा
even
नाम
Last
चलेकोमा
Knock
चाहिँ
plus
सबसे
X, because
डिसअपोइन्ट
Constantly
चाहिँ
starting to
ओनिक
get close and
भयो
deal
हो
damage.
यसपालि है
The moment Innocent sees him, it's just like curtain call. And then if Constantly tries to get away from it, at the end of the animation, it's going to be someone
यो
else.
क्र्यामलाई
who's
चलेर त
attacking
हुँदै
because
हुन्न
he's trying
भने
to get
यो
away.
क्र्याममा युरानस लिएको छ
there's
यार
not a lot of counterplay to it. You really just have
त्यो
to like
इनोसेन्ट हेर न
microwave out
सिसी
of
लिएर
this. I think
त्यही
that's-
चाहिँ दौडेर यो हानेर खेला ओ लभली ओहेब ओहेबको ढिकी ल है दिस स्ट्याक
Might look for other targets as much as
ओए
they
भाइ
can.
जिपी गयो यार
Trying to kill on JP, but the Yogi Shadow
ओए
is
काल
already committed.
ओए
They
ओए
split the damage,
ओए
but
ओए
Sakai's is
ओए
still
ओए
after Carl. But Carl gets to run away. The Thug doesn't
ला
land. Sanji is down. Oheb doesn't get to
Sidyo.
escape. Carl is all alone.
Sidyo.
Sanford has to recall.
Sidyo. Oi.
Carl is still alive, but can he handle this?
सेनफोर्ड छिटो सेनफोर्ड छिटो आउनु पर्यो बवाल गर्यो है ओए
Force assumes back. Liquid still in this.
Why wasn't there a
कालजीले
call to
खतरा
close
गरेन
out the
भने
game?
मखर
I
हेलो
understand that Sanford was able to buy some time, and now they need to guarantee
तर
this.
ओहे
These
यार
guys
ओहे
have
मा
50%
धुरी
and
बसेको भइदिए
fallen.
अहिले है कस्तो दामी हुन्थ्यो
Well, they actually
हाबुसले
still
गीत
go
गर्यो
out.
कि लास्टै
Carl gets this. No way.
Stormy has another.
अरूहरूले पनि गरेको तर हाबुसले चाहिँ त्यो लास्ट ड्यामेज हानेर मारे ओए
Third Rose, but there
ए
is way out. Sanford and JP have to return to the base.
That's Lord. That's Lord going over to the side of SRG. Carl TZ caught out.
म म्यापमा थिचेर त्यो हाबुसा हेर्न खोजिरहेको भर्खर चन्दै
Great, honestly, amazing stuff from
आफै
Innocent.
खेल्दा जसरी होइन
He
म्यापमा
understands he's
थिचेर
not just the marksman, he's more.
Okay, but their strike. They
फार्साको
clear
अल्टीले लेन क्लियर गर्नु परिरहेछ हो
as much as they can.
कति टाइम बाँकी छ
But
16
this is just the
सेकेन्ड
beginning.
There's a
15 सेकेन्ड
Lord
लड आउनलाई पनि
coming
टर्निङ टाइम
from
बाँकी छ कति 20
SRG2.
25 सेकेन्ड बाँकी छ लड आउनलाई
Carl will be able to get back in the game 8
लड
seconds
आउँदासम्म
before he
पाँचै
gets
जना त
back.
हुन्छ तर गाह्रो परिसक्यो टावर सब नाङ्गे बनाइदिसक्यो यार
Game's gonna go on way
Follow
longer
एउटा
than
चाहिँ
we
छ
realize.
For sure, because right now SRG, the
Beast
big
out,
thing is
Vita
that the
छैन
wave
यार।
clear sucks, and all of their main damage dealers
ELPS
who
ले
have
यस्तो
physical
डोमिनेन्स भिडियो
damage
त होइन होला यार
the crystal in melee form.
Not a lot of
म गयो भने स्योर हो नि सही
Oh no.
म गयो भने फेरि
Not a lot of immortalities on the board. Only both
ल
robots
ल
have
ल
their
40 मा
immortalities.
आयो
Sanford
लड
doesn't
लड
have it.
निस्किरहेछ
Graham doesn't have it.
Gotta breathe for a second here. They're not going to
तेरी
initiate until
गाह्रो
that
गाह्रो
Lord
गाह्रो
is on that base. Now the real
यही
question
अब
is
यहाँ
whether or
डिसाइड
not they're
हुन्छ
gonna sync up
जित्ने
these
कि
waves,
हार्ने
because they're letting this Lord slowly push in as Yums is trying to clear it up. They've got almost half a second delay.
Oh, very close.
ओए जिपी
Damage from Innocent is a bit too much. Better there, Strike out. He's trying to hunt down Stormy Forces out.
सीधे
the
टावर
window.
हाना है क्या हो?
Eventually,
बेस हाना है।
He successfully finds it. Does Team Liquid
Innocent
have what
काल
it
दिखाइदियो।
takes to actually defend
ओहे
the
ओहे
game?
ओहे ओहे
It's like they
ओहे
do.
They pull back, and it's great.
Motherfucker.
Innocent's still there, but there's not enough
Wait.
minions.
Innocent.
ओए गयो गयो सेन्फोर्ड गयो ओए बुझ्छ छैन
Has 2 members on him, but he
Yeah.
will go down.
ठ्याक्क
There's
त्यो
one
सेन्फोर्डले
minute
कस्तो
left
दाम
to play.
गरिसकेको थियो यार किन युरेनसमा
Liquid
छुन्डेर बस्दिरा
have to defend again.
Innocent still had the vengeance. No wonder Sanford couldn't finish
कस्तो
him off.
भनेर
The minion
सेन्फोर्डले
was
दामी
cleared
समातेको
up
थियो त यार
though.
त्यहाँ
But Liquid are just
जे
barely
तिनैजना
holding
यहीँ
on
अड्किदिएर थियो
every
युरेनसको
single
चाक हाम्रो
time,
युरेनसले हानेर
every
पनि हुन्छ
time.
भने
But it's not yet their time. SSRG will have to try one more time to end it.
Now it's dead even. Despite SRG having every single one of these structures,
सेन्फोर्डले च्याप्दाखेरि ओएफ स्वाट मोबिलिटी हानेर गएर मारेको हो दुईजनालाई कस्तो हुन्थ्यो होला त्यो
Each and every time if they want to punch above their weight. The biggest issue we're seeing so far is that, guys, he's trying so hard to get into that back line. He's actually getting caught out. JP has got his number. Sanford has got his number. Even Sanji has his number. When it
बेस्ट
matters
टावर गयो
most.
नाङ्गे बनाइदियो
See this 5.8? It's just extra money for SRG to try and item swap to make the difference.
त्यही भने यार सहिल यार तर त्यो म्याच सबजना युरेनसमा छोलेको चाहिँ मलाई चित्तै बुझेन नि यार सहिल युरेनससँग छोलेर यार त्यहाँ सेन्फोर्ड एक्लै गएर समाजै सेन्फोर्ड फस्यो मात्रै कि त्यहाँ
There's no point. There's no point. I mean, I could sit on it.
बरु सेन्फोर्डले पनि युरेनसमा नै हानेको भए हुन्छ जस्तो लाग्यो
But I need to watch this game with full items all across the board. I am
आइटम बन्यो सबै होइन बन्यो बन्यो सबैको सबै बनिसक्यो आइटम
which I'm
Lo,
sure
lo,
got
lo,
released
lo.
like 3 different times. So I'm thinking I'm guessing 20 something, 21. I'm guessing it's
ELPS
around
गएर हेर
40
न त्यहाँ
because
तल
A lot of times where there are a lot of. There's still a good amount of health inside of Liquid, but during
यस्तै
the
भयो
shadow
भने
kill and
भने
avalanche, they just drop like
अघिदेखिमा
flies.
जुनले
SRG are going to be
I
looking
know.
to rush this Lord. They have great
डिफेन्स मात्र
positioning.
हानिरहेछ नि कहाँ यार डिफेन्स मात्र हानेर त जित्दै जित्दैन नि एक एक
Oh, Sanford
लड
tries to look for both of them.
जेपी
Oh,
जेपी
Throne of Ruin
नम्बर है
completed.
जेपी जेपी
With
जेपी
the manipulation. Catches
जेपी
it.
ओ लभली 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 लभली
He gets
Lovely.
bursted down just like
Lovely.
that by Oheb.
लभली
Oh
ओहे
my
ओहे
goodness,
जङ्गिँदैछ है
Sanji
ओहे
and Oheb
जङ्गिँदैछ
shared the same
माथुरी
brain cell targeted the same
ओहेबलाई बचाउनु पर्यो कि पछाडि त्यही भएर हिल्ला पनि हेर न त्यहाँ युम्सले मात्र ब्लेर हेपेटाइसिस बनाएको भर्खर
Still a lot
त्यसले
of
पनि ड्यामेज हान्छ अब हिल्लाले झन् कस्तो हान्ने
coming for
होला
SRG. Marked
ओ हिल्ला माथि गयो ओए केटा हो रिट्रिट
guiding the minion waves up top. Sanford forced to scramble. They see
कौन
Stormy.
कौन
They
कौन
force him
कालजी
out. Already
कालजी
looking
म
forward.
जुन जङ्गल गड देख न म तुरी रेटी गड देख
Oh, tries
ल
to
गयो
look for
सान्जी
Sanji, but he has
बच्यो
the
बच्यो
winter
होइन न
crown.
जेपी छोडिदिए
Immortality pop might not
जेपीलाई
be
छोडिदिए
this,
The
but the
base.
waves up top. The base. They have
Base
to
भने
win the base. Grab is denying them of
Oheb,
actually
Oheb,
defending this.
Oheb.
Pops the immortality from Oheb. Sanji trying to help as much as he can.
ओहेब लभली ओहेब मैले लड पनि खायो होइन के हो
Hard.
God, easy falls.
Only-
You sinks him down. There's still a lot of minion waves in for
How much time?
SRG.
How much time? 12
Liquid
seconds.
has
12
the
seconds
Lord.
until Lord
सक्छ
is gone.
बवाल है बवाल
Liquid has
बवाल
the
बवाल
Lord. They can march out with it, but SRG might just be able to stop it as it marches out.
They have to deal with the waves. They have to deal with the waves first.
Spawning.
लड खायो नि हामीले फेरि सक्छ कालजीलाई रेटी गड हो
Amazing attack coming in from both of
तर
our
के
teams.
गर्नु
Finally, the score evens
होल्ड
up.
मात्रै हुने हो क्या अहिलेलाई फेरि
Look at that goal.
केटाहरू नै छैन
18K turned down back into
तर ओहे भाइ
1.5.
ओहे मतलब ओहे ओहे पछाडि युम्स आयो
But God, easy getting the Lord.
पछाडि युम्स आयो युम्सले च्याप्यो भने ओहेबलाई च्यापिदियो
But the throne of ruin might just
यत्रो
make it
च्याप्यो
in
यत्रो
time.
यत्रो
But
ओहे
the top
ओहे
of
मर्दे
Sanford
माथुरी
will be
ल
betrayed, but they get to survive
क्लिक गर्थ्यो कि माधुरी हिल्लासँग जेपी मार्यो जेपीले लभली
Well played coming in for Team Liquid. They're trading bodies to buy time, and right now, time is everything that they need other than a
युम्स
wave
कस्तो
clear.
भाग्यो कि त्यो
That's good
युम्सलाई म
enough. It's
च्याप्न
nice to
पाएको
be
भए
able to
यस्तो
clear
मजा
this
आउँथ्यो
out.
नि
He's fast, but honestly, Liquid really showing some grit. They are holding on by their
22 मिनेट छ यार
every
ओए
time. 44 stacks on the Sky Players, 714
Wait.
on the passive. And there are no first tier towers down just yet on the side of SRG. It has been 20
एउटा टावर खास छैन भने हामीले कस्तो दुःख हो कि यो कत्रो दुःख हो
And more than half of that is them being
अझ क्रिप आएर हेर न त्यहाँ तलबाट अझै क्रिप आइसक्यो क्लियर हान्दा
It's
हान्दै
the nature of the composition. Their wave clear has never been their strong point. Snowballing is, but closing out a game requires different tools which they don't have access to. However, Team Liquid, they're very good at sieging. They have
एक वाइप आउट हानेर
tools,
सिधाउनु
but
न
they need to
माथुरी
get all the way to the
वाइप आउट
enemy
अनि
inhibitor if they want to
सिधै
enact
एउटा
that
मात्र
plan.
लेन
Up until
च्यापेर
this point, they're just waiting for SRG to fight around this lord because they know that's the only
खैनको
thing they
बिल्ड हेर
care
न
about now.
हिल्लाको बिल्ड हेर न त्यहाँ एउटा मात्रै रहेछ प्लेयर हेपेटेसी सीसीको नि वार एक्स र सी हेल्बर्ट अनि त्यो पनि रहेछ हन्टर स्ट्राइक पनि रहेछ
possibility that they get to win a fight and just take it
Right,
straight
right,
from
right.
there. But does SRG
जेपी
will they even
लभली
have
लभली
time?
लभली
Oh,
ओइ जेपी होइन जेपी होइन
Glorious Pathway also, but then Carl Teasy fortunately still makes it out
Eh,
alive.
JP
JP will be
गएको
gone
भने
for this Lord take, however.
Okay,
Lord
alright,
Bilangi,
so critical
Ronald,
ultimate's already
के
out.
भने?
Sanji should be able to get back up before this upcoming fight.
Lord,
And I
हामी
think that
हानिसक्यो,
Cortez is
सुरु
on the
गरिसक्यो,
run. He's
Lord.
on the run, yep. He bought rapid moves. He needs to get
Stanford,
there.
Sanji.
Carl Teasy, what is he gonna do and what is he gonna
Sanji,
try
बस्ला
to
त
do?
Sanji.
Shut down onto Innocent.
Oh my
Look at
God.
that.
ओए
Well,
फस्यो
coming from
सिद्धो
Sanford. Oheb is down though, but Stormy's next on the list for Carl. Sanford finds the kill on Sikai's as well, but Sanji's all alone here up top. Does he have a place to run? He might not
बिचारा
actually
सन्जी
get home.
सन्जय
Will take the kill.
It's not over yet. It's not over.
not over yet
Wants to give this up.
उनीहरूको पनि तीनजना छैन सम्झी किन उनीहरू पनि तीनजना छैन भने सायद यस्तो पनि सजिलो छैन
The Titan looking to make it to the knockouts.
यार लोड त लोड भयो यार यस्तो डोमिनेट खाने त टिम त होइन है सुरुमै लामो
Sanford and Carl trying their best.
हेर न टावर एउटै खान सकेको छैन कि यो यत्रो डोमिनेट भेटेको चाहिँ हुँदै होइन कि यिनीहरू आमामा स्यामफोर्ड एक्लै ओइ भयो स्यामफोर्ड भयो भने भयो मलाई भयो
Extra time to just breathe.
स्यामफोर्ड र क्र्याम हेर न परेको दुईजना त्यस्तैहरूमा त हेल्थै नगर्नेहरूमा
The maintenance, the chores, the duties is
हाइपुसा कति बाँकी छ 7 सेकेन्ड बाँकी छ हाइपुसा उनलाई
You do see that Carlton, he has to give up the Lord because it's just too strong right now. We're going for another 5v5, man.
बच्यो बच्यो सबै आयो फेरि
Stretching out the minion waves so Oheb can be left behind.
भाङ हानेर
Clear up the bot. I thought Carlton would actually try to continue forcing the minion wave to push into the top tier
भने
just so they have a
यिनीहरूलाई
little
मैले
bit more
गाली
time to
नगरेर
work
हो
with.
कि साहिल अहिले सिधोस् न गेम यस्तो गाली गर्छु मैले यसलाई कल
This is how
गरेर
massive the SRG lead has. Look, the gold is now towards Team Liquid, but the map is still SRG coded.
Yeah.
Until they can get towers down, Liquid will feel like they're just bumping their head into
JP.
a wall.
जेपीलाई च्याप्दैछ कि यिनीहरूले खास माथुरी जेपीको कार्पेटै त्यो गरिदियो यार
I've never seen both of these teams genuinely play
What is it,
scared.
sir?
Like they're actually nervous to walk up into these bushes. They're actually nervous to take any little bit of damage because that could be the game-winning play.
अब त त्यही भने वान मिस ओइ सन्जी फस्यो नि
Oh, the castle!
Yums finds him as well.
ए सन्जी होइन होला
Way to escape. That's Sanji.
सन्जीले के गर्यो भने
Team Liquid.
Careful. Keep your eyes on Carl. If
Yeah,
he
यो
steals
सन्जीले
this,
गाली खान्छ
they
कि अब
might have
मेरो
just bought
माफु
themselves
चाहिँ
another 5 minutes.
त्यो त्यहाँ बसेर त हुँदै होइन कि
Targets and that's gonna be innocent.
अब त वान मिस गेम फिनिस हो कि सम्झीहरू मर्ने हामी
He somehow still does. But
ओहेबलाई बचाउन कोही ओहेबलाई बचाऊ
he doesn't. JP
JP
tried to
पनि
run away.
चेट
Immortality bomb.
चेट
But
चेट
then
लामो सिद्धो मुजी
that's it. 3 members are down for Liquid.
And then there were two Yums going after Sanford. But Sanford gets away. SRG still has to
ट्रिपले
lead.
सिधाउँछ हो अब त
Members of Liquid SRG looking to end it here. They're excited.
त्यही
They're
भने
excited,
कहाँ
but they also know that they're capable of
कहाँ
many
मात्र
things. And
बचाउने के अब
Carl will try
यिनीहरूले
his damnest to defend this base.
कालजी 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 कालजी
And that's about it. not for long. The Apex Predator, all alone, trying to prolong this siege, has the immortality, dealing with 4 members all at once. But they do not pay attention to him anymore. Winter ground play, but that's it for this game. SRG are going to the knockout stage.
यिनीहरूले knockout stage गयो अब अझै खेल्नु पर्छ TLPSहरु चाहिँ
One of the best series we've seen so far here at the Swiss stage to keep the entertainment lively in the EXO Hall live in Indonesia. Fans spilling out from inside to out. What a beautiful game. Congratulations to SRG to move on to the next stage. Team Liquid, their journey just got 1 day longer. This is what the M series is all about. When the Giants face off against each other, the world watches. And as the world trembles,
मेरो 150 यार सकिन मैले त फेरि फुल हाल्छु नि यिनीहरुलाई त आँखा चिम्लेर
this was one of the greatest series in M series history of all time. The team looking to complete the golden road. The road gets longer. But for the Giants,
SRG लाई त मातहरु जितेकै बराबर भयो के यो MCV नै जित्यो जस्तो भयो कि TLPS भन्दा खतरा टिम को छ र मातहरु अनि SRG ले हराइदियो TLPS ले अनि सक्छ
on the desk, we could be as tense as we are, but imagine for the players who we again mentioned seemed scared for the first time. And how many times have we seen them play and go up against each other? Their movements were just so careful and calculated.
आइटम स्विच त यिनीहरुले कस्तो लभली हान्ने यार
So many loopholes all throughout. SRG, they did not let go of a single turret.
Yeah, they didn't. I'm surprised that even mid-tier 1 was still able to hold at the very end here.
Landslide सिद्धिन बित्तिकै सिध्या थियो यो
once they were finally, we evened it out. We've got
अब यिनीहरुले लास्टमा हैन बेस नआनिकन फेरि फर्केर हान्न जान्छ नि त स्टोर्मीले बेस हान्यो स्योर जित्यो भनेर पछाडी गएर हान्न गइदिला के अब
performances from these two, but now it's time for us to bow down to the Giants and hear their
यो
cry.
पनो के ओनिकले नि खायो लोडुले त्यही भने बिगा ओनिक त अझ पनि दिल्लै हारेछ यार
It's guys, Stormy, Hughes, Innocent and Crab.
सास फेरे लामो सास फेरे
To SRG.
माफुचेहरु पख्ती मारलाई
The Giants stood tall against the Titans tonight. And with that, Selangor Red Giant officially qualifies for the knockout stages. This was a qualification game that felt like an elimination, and that itself is grand finals worthy. Boys, congratulations. Innocent, how do you feel like being the second team to officially qualify for the knockout stages?
We're happy because it's not like before that we're fighting for our life to enter the playoffs, and now we're just being consistent.
Yes, the tables definitely have turned compared to their journey in the M6 last year, in which they were placed in a do or die situation. This time they stood tall and is still on a very convincing win streak for this M6. Now, Stormy, how important is this win for SRG? Especially since we know that TLPH is one of the hardest contenders you guys ever faced in your journey.
It's really important for us so we can test our limits, and we're happy that we win today because we
Yangon Galactical सँग हार्दिराके त
Yes, definitely there is more rest involved. How
जस्तो फर्स्ट गेम जित्दाखेरि पनि मरी जित्या हो नि के त फर्स्ट गेम पनि 30 मिनेट कति पुराएर मरी जित्यो रे
Ano korang na celebrate ataupun spend korang punya off day?
Dengan tidur.
Dengan tidur. Sleeping is very important, and I feel like a lot of the pro players actually lack sleep, especially during the tournament season. Now, Cram. Just now I interviewed
MCV नि नजिते पनि माथुरी MCV नगएर TLPS लाई हराएर आको भन्न मिल्छ के माथुरी
in this qualification stage.
MCV उठाउन त
Do you
TLPS
feel
ले
like
नै
you
हो
finally have gotten your revenge against TL after all the past results that you guys have had?
वनिक त पाँच छ यार
To be honest, I was really disappointed in our game one, but
यसरी माने यार मैले यिनीहरुलाई पनि यतिको हाने यार यिनीहरुले लभली खेल्यो यार
Yeah, the bounce back was really amazing in that last game. Oh my gosh, I
अनि
think
1-0 बाट 1-2 बनाएर जितेको यार
And of course, guys,
SRG ले नि
how did you prepare for actually facing with the GOAT? Track record wise, it's not looking too good for the side of SRG, but how was the preparation like today?
I think what I did, I just keep watching their games and try to
एमसी जित्न बिर्सेर
do some review
यिनीहरूले
what
तर
they
होइन
always do
टिएलपिएस पनि
and
बलियो भएर
what
फर्किन्छ
can we
होइन
counter their rotation kind of thing lah. So basically, most of it
यो
just
यिनीहरू टिएलपिएस पनि नै भेट हुन
analysis,
सक्छ फेरि
gameplay like that.
Ah, you
फाइनलमा
really
भेट
locked
हुन्छ
in
कि
and
बिचमा
made sure
एकचोटि
to
भेट हुन्छ
watch
अनि
and
त्यहाँ
do what
डिसाइड
you
हुन्छ
could
को
in order
अगाडि
to
जाने
secure a win up
त्यसरी
against
भेट
Gold
हुन्छ
today.
जस्तो लाग्छ है
Yeah.
कि फाइनलमै कि
One
त
last
बिचमै
thing
भेट
before
हुन्छ
I
दुईजना
forget, an honorable mention to Game 1 Sora Innocent. Let's just talk about
अब
this just a
गेम प्ले
little bit.
बुझिसक्यो त्यही
Okay,
त्यही
you got a savage in that first game.
दुवै साइडबाट
Have you ever
दुवै
played
साइडबाट भनौँ न
Sora?
गेम प्ले
Why did you decide to play Sora? Anything at all?
इनोसेन्टली त्यही
Because
भने
you
सोह्र
must
मात्र
have
हानेर यार
watch wild card. Then he asked me, Hosent, I think you can play Sora here. That's why I play.
Did you ever try it before this game?
No,
Oh!
I just watch.
Wow! So you tried and got a savage. That is insane.
के हो सोह्र त खेलेकै छैन भन्छ त्यसले त नि हेरेको मात्र छ भन्छ त
my favorite person to interview on the stage. You? Anything you want to say to the fans and to all the Malaysians supporting your journey?
त्यही यार बब्बाल त बल होइन हेरेर युम्स
Terima kasih semua orang yang support kita orang dan let's go knockout stage.
TLDR.
युम्स त चौ
not
खतरा
too
त
long
खतरै रहेछ
anyways.
यार तर
Thank you to everyone for supporting us in our
गफ
journey.
दियो
Let's go knockout stage. With
होला
that,
होला
thank you very much,
गफ
SRG, and once
हानेर
again, congratulations. Let us throw it back to the panel to analyze what happened in this amazing full series.
ल यार सम्झेहरू यति नै है त आजलाई हामी बेलुका भेटौँला दुकान मुसा जस्तो छ यार युम्स त
Selangor Red Giants now joins Alter Ego in the knockout stages. While Team Liquid PH, as mentioned earlier, will just have to fight one more day. But who knows, that could be two, depending on what happens. That's the beauty of Suez.
को पर्ने भयो त यार अब
Already like that. They had a long series to play ahead. I would like them to qualify for the following round. Just to
सबजना घर
ease the
जाँदैछ
pain and maybe get a chance at a best of 7.
Yeah, because it was such a hard fought.
ओके बाई
I don't
बाई
know if I'd call it a fight or a
बेलुका
defense. Because
भेटौँला
like for
है
majority of the game they were defending
You
against
don't have-
SRG.
Before we hop in, we actually have to correct the list of savages.
TLPS
You have Carl
यस्तो
Dizzy,
भेट्छ चाहिँ
Slatzla,
सोचेको
you
थिएन
in
है
M2, Hiko's Matrix against CFU M6, Innocent Sora against Team Liquid M7, but in M3, Albert's Roger against RSG Singapore also scored a savage. So there have been 4 savages in M Series history. Again, that's
Only?
Carl, Albert, Hiko, and Innocent, M2, M3, M6, and M7. Just to clear out the record for everyone
अहिलेलाई
here.
म
It's
ल
crazy
एम
how
सिरिजमै
this
यार
series began
4 सेज
with
मात्रै छ अरे नि
Innocent
त
getting a
अनि
savage on a Sora that he allegedly never practiced with, only watched. Have to double check with him if that's actually true. If it's actually
Savage
true, bro,
खाइदिएर यार
I wasn't familiar with your game to that extent. And Liquid won that game. Game number 2, it is then SRG dominating Liquid. And game number 3, we saw what happened. Stormy on this eve is the MVP, 2-3-13, real world manipulation on point.
I think this is one of the few compositions
Why
where it's
did
just
the
so
power,
volatile. Like at any point of time, if SRG makes too big of a mistake, it's over for you. There's no coming back from it, right? Your wave clear generally just sucks, and Stormy is the only person who can realistically do it, and he's not even the best hero to do so.
Super on point. He always used it just when he wanted to stop someone or at least catch someone with the stuns from the borders of the real world manipulation. And it was almost always Oheb, Carl TZ, or the High Loss running away just so they could definitely finish off the kill. So
Yeah, I mean, in many of these situations and in many of these kills, as you can see here up on your screen, you're seeing that these fights really break down to how am I able to fit the puzzle pieces in the right places, right? So when we look at the initial fights, especially how long this game initially was, let's look at this one key moment, because this is where the initial catch happens. With 3 ultimates already coming out and the feathered airstrike, notice, give it a moment, oh no, passed it. too late. But overall, it's about poking at your opponent and getting consistent resources out of them. You have about 2 to 3 second windows between each of those ultimates to make an attempt again, which is where we see that both Liquid and SRG had a very deep understanding of, hey, he's 4 seconds away from getting his ult. If we can make something happen in those 4 seconds, we must take it, which is why you have probers. In this case, the prober is going to be Cram, who's very good at wasting the time of TLPH, who needed 4 members, inclusive of Oheb and Carl TZ's Lancelot, just at a chance of clearing him off the map. What makes this even more unique is after Cram becomes less relevant, Innocent was able to kind of take that mantle and was able to scale defensively whenever he had his vengeance. But overall, his main goal